Power to the people. We back at new maintenance. Yeah. We're going to see how this one takes us. You heard? We working again. How we looking? Oh, yeah, we back. We back. We back. You hear the traffic. You hear the traffic, son. We in the trenches. What's up? Yeah, we in the trenches. We fixing this one up. Do you like that Jesus money, you heard? That's the question. Huh? What up, everybody? I see you. I see you. I see you. What we looking like? What up? Everything is good. Creep them in. You like that Jesus money. That's what it's all about. How that sacrilegious of Jesus Christ caused confusion in your life. I'm telling you, you got to get that right. On how you done ran around all night. You understand? You got to get that fixed. On how you were dealing with that sacrilegious lifestyle. You understand? How you was dealing with that sacrilegious lifestyle. That's why you got confusion. That's why. That's why your situation is the way it is. That's why your situation is what it is. You're playing around with that sacrilegious lifestyle trying to hang out with Christ. It ain't gonna work. It's either one or the other. It's either one or the other. Huh? You got this lifestyle running around. Huh? Oh, boy. You feel me? You got this whole thing running around. Huh? You supposed to believe in what you believe in Black Diamonds. We got the recipe and everything you need to get this thing up and running. But you got a sacrilegious lifestyle. We're trying to deal with the Lord. Huh? You try to deal with the Lord, dealing with sacrilegious lifestyle, playing around out there, dancing. They just said a fireman went to save somebody's life. He caught a cardiac arrest in the process of clearing the building. Huh? What's your way? Your way of dealing with that sacrilegious lifestyle and trying to be down with Jesus Christ. You know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. You know that ain't right. You're dealing with a whole bunch of scrolls and books, dancing and prancing in the place to be, and you running around doing the things as a sinner. We remember what the book said. We remember what the book said. The book said it ain't gonna have liars in the kingdom. It ain't gonna have effeminates in the kingdom, beta males in the kingdom. I ain't said it, the book said it. So you out here trying to readjust the book. That's dealing with sacrilegious lifestyles, trying to be down with Christ. So I ask you, do you like Jesus Christ? Jesus money. Jesus money. Because everybody out here doing it for the name of Jesus. Huh? They doing that in the name of Jesus. All this dancing and prancing. Huh? We got a whole thing going on. And here it is. You sacrilegious. You running around dealing with things inside of a different side of your brain. Talking about all in the name of the Lord. What Lord? The Lord is your phone. That's your Lord. The Lord is your phone. Every day. The Lord is your bills. Every day. See, when you put the Lord first, all that could be erased. You put the Lord first, all that'll be erased. You hear what I'm saying? You put God first, you be all right. But you ain't got that. You like the Jesus money, but you don't want to put the time in to talk to Jesus. You like his money. You like his money, but you don't want to put the time in to deal with Jesus. You dealing in a sacrilegious way of YouTubing. You dealing in a sacrilegious way of how to get your food in. You dealing in a sacrilegious way on how you texting and typing. Huh? You dancing around this whole thing. Huh? 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 You dancing around this whole thing. We ain't watching. I'm watching you as you walk down the line to put the money inside the basket. I'm watching you being sacrilegious on how you playing around with your life. We out here putting the missionary work in. We putting the missionary work in. We like, yo, you know what I'm saying? We putting the work in. You know what I'm saying? We working like out there missionary, trying to save the sacrilege, you dealing in a sacrilegious way of walking. I got to do a lot of work. What Luke said, what John said, huh? What Luke said, huh? What John said, Rashad Bell, what's up, son? We hear gunshots in the hallway. Exactly, son. The sacrilegious lifestyle that they living with deserve the gunshots in the hallway. Where was Jesus when you was praying and your kids was out there? You living the sacrilegious life. That's why your kids is outside dancing around bullets. He don't got no dancing with Jesus. You want to dance with the stars instead of dancing with Jesus. This is why your sacrilegious life with Christ is causing confusion in your life. Your sacrilegious lifestyle of praising Jesus is just like this. It's causing you confusion. You don't know if to take the bus. You don't know if you want to take the train. But if you walk in the righteous way of the Lord, you'll make it there on time. I said you'll make it there on time. You want to take the bus, the train, or the plane. Listen, you got to have God in that. You got to have the Most High in that. But you took that, man, you took that way of life and you sacrilegious it to the way of your life, and you've been living the way like this for years. And now when we try to correct you, you want to crucify the messages. You want to crucify the people that talk righteous. You just want to, because you got a sacrilegious lifestyle. You ain't nothing but a heathen. You ain't nothing but a heathen. Satan, get behind thee. You ain't nothing but a heathen if you doing things like that. Thinking like that. Moving like that. Huh? Little heathen. Dancing around this way. Pie piping with a flute of unrighteousness. You playing with flutes with unrighteousness. Here it is. We got the songs in the songs of David and the songs of Solomon, and we dealing with that. And here it is. You turned it into the Nicki Minaj song. I ain't never heard Dave, the King of David, had a Nicki Minaj song. I mean, they played banjos and strings. I didn't know they had that type of music in that type of church thing. They had that type of music in that church setting like that. That was not the way of life of Christ. And they put all these names, the tabernacle, the mountain, the fire. What fire? And after Moses walked away from that, what happened? That was it. You said it was more. You kept yelling out, it's more fires. Well, we just sent the fireman to put out the fire. He died. He just died in the fire. Caught a cardiac arrest, waving the water hose to save your life. But what you was in there doing, you was playing rap songs. You was playing love songs. You was playing any sacrilegious song you could find to escape real life. But you didn't want that. You said, you know what I want? I want to deal with this and run away. That's what you got. You dealing with that sacrilegious runaways. You backsliding. You were backsliding. You backsliding, boy. You backsliding, man. After all this time and time that the man walked on the water, he walked in the rain. You made it seem so spaced out and weird that you had the man you thinking people could walk on the ocean. Sacrilegious, talking crazy. You bugging. You out there hallucinating on the word of Christ. You got these people telling you, look on your device. Look on your device. And they look on their device and they find Christ. You're supposed to look in the Bible and find Christ. You wasn't supposed to find Christ on your i9 or your Android 12. You're dealing in a sacrilegious life. That's what's causing confusion in your life. You had this whole thing about the price of fame. You traded in your life with the Lord to get in the lifestyle of the fame. Knowing that's the devil's playground. Knowing that's the devil's drink. Knowing that that's the devil. New levels, new devils, we told you that. But here it is, you dancing around with sacrilegious people in the world of sacrilegious, and they just dancing sacrilegiously. They don't care about nothing in life. All they want to do is get on their device. You got people in the church, when I tell them to turn the page, this, that, and the third of John, Luke, Matthew, and John, and they running on the phone looking for the next thing on TikTok. Boy, you should know where you rolling at. Are you right with the Lord? You ain't right with the Lord. You're not right. You're not right with the Lord. Your mindset is how you getting what you getting. You got to go talk to the Most High for that. If you getting the things you got, you got to go talk to him. But you ain't getting it like that. Every little thing you got it sacrilegiously. When we open up these books and text lines of all text lines, we'll find things that need to be said about how you was not in line. What am I thinking? Huh? How you was not in line. Huh? Huh? Your mindset was stuck from the beginning. When you came out of the birth, you forgot who was the Christ. Your mama. Your mama was Christ at that time. Before you knew any God, you knew your mama. Your mama was your God. Now you traded her in. You sacrilegiously traded your mama in for a sacrilegious lifestyle. You traded in your mama. Your mama took you to that church all her life. She told you she wanted to be put in here before she rolled to the background. In the back, yeah, she said, I want to go here. Pastor, do all his work. What you do? You come there with a half shirt on. That's what you do. You don't even have a tie when you came to your mother's funeral. You were so sacrilegious, you wore a tracksuit. You wore pajamas to your mama's funeral. That goes to let me know how sickly you is and how much you worship the sacrilegious life. You worship it. You worship the sacrilegious lifestyle. Your mama taught you better than that. And you still dancing, gossiping, all the things that they do as sacrilegious people. You in the sacrilegious tribe. I'm trying to get you into the tribe of the Most High, but you running back and forth, wick-whacking like you know what you doing. And you sinning, boy. You sinning. How many of those damn situations you was dealing with behind them closed doors? Huh? Talk about hold on. You ain't no hold on. We know what happened. Hold on. In the word, it told you to connect yourself to the Most High. Hold on to the rope. You ain't hold on to no rope. You tried to hold on to the drugs. That's what you held on to. You ain't hold on to the rope of God. You held on to the rope of money. God got all the money. All you got to do is put your faith, put your mind into his work. He'll get you where you need to get to, into the promised land. But your sacrilegious lifestyle got your mind messed up. You can't think past the train or the bus. If you walked, you might have would have got there faster in the name of the Lord. But you didn't want to walk. You didn't want to take that extra mile. I know you was a little bit tired. You was a little bit disgruntled, but you got to keep, because later on in life, the Most High give you that extra boost. You'll feel like you was in space shoes or something, walking on air. But you wouldn't know that. Because the reason why you wouldn't know that, because you're dealing with a sacrilegious lifestyle. That's what you're dealing with, boy. And the church lied to you because they kept letting you come back. They lied to you. They kept letting you come back, saying it was okay, knowing it wasn't okay. It wasn't okay, boy. You coming in there poisoning the church with the ways and actions of how you moving out there. Okay? You wearing all those funny colognes. You wearing all those funny perfumes. You living the sacrilegious lifestyle too, woman. Every time I turn on the TV, I see you dancing with no shoes on. I see you dancing with no shirt on. to get a click. The sacrilegious lifestyle of you crying about those fools. You were sacrilegiously going to go into a place of somebody's business and break their business to get something that you personally said that that's mine. No, it ain't. No. What would Jesus do? Huh? He fed a lot of people with just a loaf of bread. Just a loaf. And however they made it believe in that sense of life of that many people of just a loaf of bread. But I don't believe it was that just one. It probably was a cart full of bread. He fed everybody with a cart full of bread. It probably wasn't just one piece of bread. He said he walked, y'all living this sacrilegious lifestyle, got the man flying in the air. Then you sacrilegiously running around here saying somebody coming back before the Lord. How? How somebody gonna come back before Jesus? Huh? We've been waiting on that man for 600,000 to 60,000, however thousand years it add up. We was waiting for him. How you sacrilegiously wait for another one? Your deities of dealing with the Most High is running around like you drunk about maybe 900 Red Bulls or something, B. You wildin'. You wildin'. You got your mindset talking about you believe in the law. And you got sacrilegious lifestyle. That's what's causing the confusion in your life. When you start taking on other deities, that's your confusion. Your deity was to be your mama. Your mama is the deity. He said to us that we'll get to the next level if we pay attention to our mama. If you pay attention to your mama, you'll get to the gates of heaven. If you pay attention to your mama. But you did that so different. You sacrilegious your mom. You was sacrilegious with your mother, not paying attention to her rules and regulations. Now look at you. You want your mother to run to the police station and say, not my son. He prayed. Your son stopped praying after he was watching Saturday morning cartoons. He been stopped praying, baby. He out there selling crack. He out there selling weed. He out there selling pussy. He out there selling something. And coming to your house talking about, mama, I didn't do it. He did it. He did it. You sacrilegious, how the sacrilegious of your life were dealing with your mama caused your downfall today. Because you didn't pay attention to her. So you run around just dancing in these streets. In these streets, you just dancing. You dance, talking about in the name of God and everything. You ain't thanking nobody but Satan. HAMP, you got to be with them. I ain't in the river with them. They riding up the river with Satan. Don't worry about me when I come back. I told you he coming back. And he ain't coming back with no olive branch. He ain't say that. He coming back like the prophet Isaiah told us he said he was coming back. He coming back to slay the heads of thousands that was living righteous, and then they turned unrighteous, and then they just became sacrilegious. The Most High is coming. He ain't coming with no olive branch. He ain't coming with no olive branch. He coming to like treading the wine press. When he roll, he coming with an army of thousands. And they coming, when he rolling, he's swinging his sword like he treading the wine press. All you sacrilegious, you might be laying on the ground because you kept sacrilegiously playing with another deity. Dangerous. You know God is jealous. You know God is a jealous God. Why I want to play with somebody that's jealous God? You crazy? I ain't trying to be like that. He dropped that hell's wind staff. You think I want to be man, I'm in the bosom of the Most High. I'm curled up with the Lord. I'm hiding with the Lord. You can keep running with Satan all you want to. I'm running with the Lord. I'm dealing with the God. I'm like, man, give me what you got. I'm in the bosom. I'm safe. That's why when you see the master, you see him with his heart open, because he ain't got no shame, no blemishes, because that's where all the problem is at, is in your heart. So that's why when you see the Most High, he's in the picture. You see his heart open. You can see his beats, the veins, and the valves, and all the work that Most High put together to make that heart. You can see it. It's open. It's like, why would they, when we was young, we used to see the photo of God and said to ourselves, why he got his chest open like that? Why he got his heart open like that? No blood dripping, no, the heart beating, it got a glow behind it. And it looks good. It looks so good, it's like an apple. You want to eat it. It was days me and my cousins and them used to look at that photo of the Lord and say, look at his heart. If we was to eat his heart, like just take a bite, and it would try to change the rest of our life forever. We'd be intergalactical. We'd be so celestial. We'd be so much in spiritual ways of dealing with the Most High. Boy, I wish, but not you. How your sacrilegious lifestyle caused Jesus to walk away from you, man. Because of your sacrilegious lifestyle, have your woman walk away from you. Because of your ways and actions of dealing on how to deal right, because you worrying about the pastor and his wife instead of worrying about Christ. That's your problem. He's married. He probably have all the right in the world to do what he need to do, but you will find some gossip on the pastor. You live in a sacrilegious life, boy. Your hands are very much dirty. Then you got the pastors with the church of lies. Okay? Bringing extra confusion into the church. Telling them they got to do this, they got to do that in an unrighteous way. He ain't telling them to do it in the righteous way. He telling them to get down and dirty the unrighteous way. The sacrilegious. They dealing with the sacrilegious of running around the world. Their mind is of the world. We ain't say God said you can't be who you want to be. You got to put it first. You forgot. You ran up there and said, I want to thank my manager. I want to thank. Okay. You ain't say mama. You ain't say the Lord. You diss mama. You ain't said nothing about nothing for what mama. You just ran off and left mama right there in the projects. Sacrilegious. You wanted to get in the whorehouse. You wanted to be in the spotlight where they drink at night. Huh? You're hallucinating, boy. That's why we out here with this work. To anoint you back into civilization of righteousness. We're trying to anoint you back to civilization of righteousness. You need the anointment of the Most High to get your mind back focused in the civilization of righteousness. You ain't got no righteousness. That's why your civilization is tweaking. It's turning. It's dancing. It's moving at a speed that the naked eye can't really detect. But the strong mind could detect it. They be like, yo, it's a storm coming. Get a coat. It's a winter coming. Get a jacket. It's rain. Get a raincoat. Oh, it's hot. Get a man beat. I'm telling you, your sacrilegious way of life is making things confusing. And that confusion balls up to a ball of confusion when you hang around other people, because you try to make them feel like that because they trying to stay sacrilegious free. Being that you so corrupted with being sacrilegious, you want all your friends to be like this. Yo, don't care about it. Go in there. Let's do it. Do what? We don't even know what you're doing. We forgot what you was doing. We didn't remember Renee Smith. What's up, my queen? How you doing? I see you, my queen. We forgot how you was doing. You heard? You was playing around out there in the trenches with your friends, and y'all wasn't doing nothing but going into churches putting goddamn firecrackers in there. We remember you throwing firecrackers in the church. We remember that. You threw a whole bunch of pack of firecrackers in the church and ran, laughing, while the pastor was preaching. Huh? Huh? In all the days that you was doing that and you grew up, you went in and started taking the money. Thought it was cool. And your mama was going there for all those years. Your daddy. You understand what I'm saying? And here it is, you dancing around in these programs. You got a sacrilegious lifestyle, boy. And Christ ain't gonna deal with that. You heard me? We ain't gonna tolerate that here at the Universal Temple Church of HAMP. At the Universal Temple Church of HAMP, we ain't tolerating that. We're gonna baptize you in the name of the Lord the right way. You understand? First and foremost, roll you up some sage. I'm doing real good. My queen Renee, having a good time working them at 32 minutes. Huh? It's all right to get the finer things in life. The Lord said it. The Lord said, if you out there doing the right things that's needed to be done, the shepherd deserves the things in the crops and the things of that nature. He deserves it. See, if we would have gave you righteous way of biblical, you would have probably thought he was crazy. So we got to give it to you how they delivered it to me to deliver it to you, because now you can understand and identify this language. Because if I would have gave it to you the way they gave it, it would have kind of sounded like plagiarism. You hear me? So we work it like this. As the new pastor of this church, Pastor Doom. Because they messing it up, man. They messing it up. This sacrilegious lifestyle on YouTube is getting too much too. You in the world of sin. And I'm tired of playing with you when you dancing around talking about I could do what I want to do because God gonna forgive me. How you know that? Yo, look down on us when you how you know what he did to have God look down on you? Yo, my son got killed, man. Yo, man, big up, man. Yo, look down on us. What you mean look down on him? He was living a sacrilegious lifestyle. You want him to look down on you? You on the way he floating in the limbo. Talking about, yo, man, just pour this out for my man. Yo, look, keep a look on us. Keep watch out on him. What? Look out for what? You don't know what that man did to the Most High? You don't know what he did to the Most High. You don't know what he did. He probably smacked his grandmother in the 80s. And you asking him to look down on you. Look down on you wet. Huh? What you want him to look down on you at? Stay hydrated. For God who so loved the world, he gave you his only begotten HAMP. And whoever shall believe in HAMP shall have everlasting YouTube life. You feel me? But you live in a sacrilegious lifestyle, boy. You don't even pray over your food. That's how I know you sick. That's how I know you sick. When mama taught us how to pray over the food, because you don't know what they did to the food, I knew that you stopped praying over your food, and now this is how you, that's why you live in the sacrilegious life. We pray over our water, we give Wakanda hugs, we give everybody love, and you giving out sacrilegious ways and actions. I can't trust you. I can't trust you. You scare me. You scare me spiritually, man. You don't scare me physically. You scare me spiritually. I could see what they're gonna do to you in the realms of when it's time to meet them realms. I could see it. I'm not scared of you. I'm scared for you spiritually. I'm like, yo, this guy going somewhere. This lady going somewhere. You mean to tell me you will continue to lie on a man that had whatever child you had, you filthy little hold on, what they you I can't even give, because she was you just nasty. Because those words back in the days, thanks to one of the professors that I dealt with, he said those words don't really mean anything till people start using those words. They mean something totally different. If you really knew who they were, you wouldn't be calling them. So we're just gonna say that you just sacrilegious. You just dirty. That's all. Spiritually dirty. Now you could be physically dirty all day. You could throw water on that. You could throw water on your physical if you're dirty. You could throw water on your physical body right now. It'll get clean. So today we look at you with Jesus money. You run around with Jesus money. Loving it, but not praising Jesus. As soon as you get the money, you run. You hang out with that, you hang out with this, and you forgot everybody. You forgot the whole list that was taught to you at the dinner table. You forgot to pray on your food. That's why you're sick. That's why you have cancer. That's why you have ailments and bone fragments and problems, because you didn't pray over the food. Glaucoma and all the rest of this stuff. You didn't pray. Mama told you to pray over your food. Say grace, boy. Take your hat off, say grace. You were so worried from the smell hitting your dopamines and your endorphins and everything that it needed to trigger in your mind to get that food in your belly. You forgot that it would got extra full, extra properly well put together if you would prayed over that food. Like Mama said. When this noise is real. And then you forgot everything else, trying to make us forget by showing us devices and tricks and cameras and things of this nature. We having a hard time trying to keep our thoughts together. But if you stay with the Lord, your thoughts is together. Here on this beautiful Sunday, you can get it back just by donating. Just by donating $1, $2, $3. Matter of fact, we want $100. Who need to be anointed? Who need to be woken up today at 7:55 to get this spiritual advisement, to get their minds together, to go outside to make that bag? Who deserves? Who needs it? Put their hands on them in the name of the Lord. Huh? You got this headache. I know why you got a headache. You didn't pray to the Lord. You prayed to Tylenol. You prayed to over-the-counter medication. You forgot to take the Lord with you. See, I get a headache. I think of the Lord. I say, Most High, find me something that'll knock out this headache. He'll say, oh, son, I think you might need a cold one. Huh? That's what made me feel good. When I got that process, Most High, what do I need to get this done? He said, my son, you just got to go to the store to get a cold one. I'm straight, but not you. You run the Tylenol. You run to Excedrin. You run all the way down to the last list of medication. We run to the Lord. We run to the Lord immediately. Huh? It's that money, right? That's causing you to be sacrilegious too. Because if you said you won't have it, you would do anything to your last option, even if you had to. That's dangerous. In those times, you're supposed to call the Lord. Huh? You understand? It's dangerous spiritually. Because it works into your physical and it shows everything that you do on how you moving, as you say you was moving. You said you on demon time. That's sacrilegious. You on demon time and that's sacrilegious, boy. That's sacrilegious. Huh? How you gonna mix demon and God? Huh? How you gonna do all that? That's not gonna work. You trying to bring the devil to the kingdom, knowing that it's running around all day out here, but you wouldn't care. Your mindset is, as long as I'm being the first to get what I can get. You don't think about your friends, your family, nobody. Look at it. 44 people like Jesus' money. See that? They don't even like Jesus' money. They said, no, those are them crazy folks out there, B. How you don't like Jesus' money? And you pray to him for the money. See, you working for the devil. You a black devil. You working for him. You can't have both. You know what I'm saying? You can't have both. You want God or the devil. Now, you can have God and defeat the devil in all the ways that they got things going on in the sacrilegious ways of lifestyle. You can get through that, like how HAMP don't get through. I keep the Lord with me. I keep the Lord everywhere we go. Most High walk with us. Everywhere we go, Most High walk with us. If you like Jesus' money, because you pray to Jesus for money, so you got to like his money, but you're not praying for his money. You're praying to the government for your food stamps. You're praying to the situation of those food stamps. You heard? That's what you're doing. You're playing a wildistic mindset. You understand? Here at the Church of Universal HAMP Doom, Universal Temple of HAMP Doom, we trying to wake you up. Because you worrying about your food stamps. You said you would give your final breath. I heard a few people, over 1,000 people yell out they would give their final breath if they didn't get their work. They were going to go out there and terrorize a store that gave them hellos, that gave them goodbyes, that gave them credit, or however they gave it to them. You was willing to take your last breath and run up in that little store or some store and take their product because they took your food, because you ain't had the Lord. If you would have had the Lord, you would be all right. I got my food stamps. I'll get my food stamps tomorrow. Like I told you, I was getting $296. I'm getting $251. I'm grateful. I'm grateful, Lord. I'm grateful, Most High, that you sent me my food stamps. They took 40% off it. I am grateful, Most High. I could eat more today and buy somebody some food tomorrow. What would you do? Not you. No, you said you'll give your final breath to kick somebody's door down and hurt them to take their food. I got a knife of Christ. My knife will poke a devil in his chest. My knife of Christ will poke a devil in his chest. Knife of Christ poke the devil in his chest. You ain't dealing with Christ. You ain't dealing with the Most High. You dealing with that you can't even call him that because that name was perfect for him back then. You just a devil. You just a devil. That's all it is. With no direction. You think you got direction because all that they think they do, they just birds. Everybody just running around trying to pick up anything on the floor. Mm, 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 mm. Got pastors setting up their own church. You got man of God setting up their own church for an insurance scams. There's only a couple that got knocked off, but there's still plenty more dancing off the radar. They scamming their own church, their own practitioners coming in, dealing and kneeling, and here it is, he's eating some other stuff in the background, giving y'all a sacrilegious scripture to tell y'all to do something very different out there in the world. And here it is, we gotta watch this, man. If you're gonna lead the people, lead them. Don't lead them into unrighteousness. Lead them into the word of the Most High so they can get their thoughts together. Maybe give them a little incentive to push the action so they can get right to the next level. You don't want to see them the next level. You want to see them sitting there, looking the way they looking, and you walk past as if you didn't know that they was there. You saw him yesterday. You knew he was there. You knew he was standing there. You gave it enough time to talk about, well, I gave him a sandwich yesterday. Well, he need God today. The sandwich didn't work. Maybe if you take him to God, God will give him some more food and give him some life. He will probably get he will be great. But you don't show him the life. You don't show him the love of the Most High. You show him, yo, here, get yourself together. Just go to the program. Those jail programs don't work. You gotta give those people up to God. But you can't, because you're sending them to a sacrilegious way of lifestyle and they become back and forth, back and forth. You are recidivism of the Most High. You run in and out. You only call him when your pockets is low. Instead of calling him when you had your pockets heavy, you should have been, yeah, Lord. Now you're low. You run it to him. When you was running high on that hog, running around, dancing in the malls. And now the mall closed. And now you eating practically what you got left over. So it ain't, Lord, bring the steaks and lobsters again. For what? I brought the steaks and lobster last time and you said you was gonna refresh yourself to come back to the Most High. You ain't go back. You was eating all that beautiful stuff, even though we just gonna say food. We don't know. We know that those things was different. But back then, they ate a lot of fish. So we're gonna say steak and fish. Because shellfish is kind of, they don't like it. It's unrighteous. They don't like it. They don't like it. Renee, God might not come when you want him, but he's always on time. If your mind is right, if your heart is right, he'll be on time. See, the only thing about the Most High being on time is if you on time, if you in the court, if you in the line with it, like you got that, I know he gonna be there. Let me just have a little small inklet of faith. As soon as the devil run up on you with a trick question, you will lose that quick of faith just by hearing his ways. Next thing you know, you sacrilegiously ran off now. Now, God on time might be a different on time. You might be like, woof, I knew it. Then you ain't on his time, you on that demon time. You on the demon seat. When they say God is on time, might not be there, but you're on time. Always on. Once you run off, you on demon time. You forgot the time of God. Now you in the sacrilegious way of running the street. And then when the traffic light of a big light, which is the Most High light, that light that you see, you freeze up like a deer. It happens to all of us. It's part of that light. But if you right with the Lord, he might have you go in bed. Huh? Making love or something. Getting that paradise to get to the next level of paradise. That's beautiful. But you came from this unrighteousness And then when you got taken out, the way you had to go in the spiritual world was the same way. You was like unbelievable. I should have paid attention. This ain't no do-overs. If you survived, because that was because the Most High had you survive. But you've been taking that freebie a little bit too extra. Like you think you got it like that. This ain't no cheat code, baby. The cheat code is the God. The cheat code is God. We know every man and every human and every baby and everybody was born to die. We know that. We know that. We know that. We know that from God we came, and to God we return. We know that. We know that. We know that. That cheat code is for him. He can spare you in one way and not spare you in another way, but take you. It's very, very, very exciting adventure, as I must say. So what you got to do is stay on the right side of the Lord. You got to stay on the right side. You got to. You got to give up the ways and actions that you was doing so you can get to the next level. The only way you're going to get to that next level if you stop dealing in will. Because I'm telling you, you ain't got nothing. You ain't got that much but a short time. You ain't got that much but a short time. So you better get it right with the Lord now. You better clean up your computers now. And that's your mind. Your mind is filled up with so much junk. It's hard to bring you back, but it could be a possibility that you can be a new life if you be in Christ. I'm telling you, you better get your mind right. You better get your mind right. Because all this running around these cities and towns of YouTube, something wrong with you, boy. Something wrong with you. It's going to be a time you're going to get that phone call. You better stop playing. Better stop playing. Because you answer that phone diligently. I want to know if you're going to answer that phone when he calls. 45% said yes, 55% said no. Maybe 55% need to ask questions. We gave it to you. We gave you the answer on do you like Jesus' money. You should say yes. You know what I'm saying? I don't just need God when I'm having trouble. I need God all year round. That's a super glue fact. You know what I'm saying? But some people call him when it's when they got an inconvenience in life. After they done went through the ways of differentness. Now they like, oh my Lord, let me. No, it's too late. You gotta have him before you went there. You know what I'm saying? It's very, very, it ain't really astronomical. You trying to worry about everything in life except Christ. That's the problem. You worrying about everything in life except Christ. And I feel bad. How you think God feel? How you think he feel? Huh? How you think he feel out there in those trenches, looking at you, trying to help you, trying to survive? And say, man, I ain't giving this guy no help. He give him help or them or help that person, they be running around once again doing the same trilogy. It'll be triple times, third times, or fourth times. How many more times? We got to keep forgiving you of your iniquity. Huh? Your iniquity says it alone on how you thinking on this joint. You understand what I'm getting at? You playing out there. You playing out there. And I feel like should we keep praying for you? But it don't work. It don't work. Yo, pray for me. For what? We don't know what you did. And you talking about pray for you. Give him the prayer. For what? What did he do? Was he out there doing the things righteously? Nah, he wasn't doing nothing righteous. You know what he was doing? He was trying to play games with the peoples. That's what he did. And we saw him. We saw him. You didn't see him. The righteous mind of the people saw him. Because y'all didn't see it. Y'all was blinded by his gold. Y'all was blinded by his movement. You understand? We got people tapping in to your genetic system. You want AI to help you win. There go your other God. Huh? You understand? You want God and the devil at the poker table together. You want to play poker with God and you want to play poker with the devil at the same damn time, knowing that you don't play no poker with God. Ain't no bluff faces here. Ain't no, let me pull the pot or no. The pot is God. You keep asking him for that bag, and here it is. You don't like Jesus' money. Something wrong with you. You begging Jesus every day for bags, aren't you? And here it is. We ask you just a slight. Do you like? Just a slight. Do you like? Do you like Jesus' money? You have to. You don't like his life. If you like this life, you'll be like Christ. If you like this life, you'll be in the right light. But you don't like the money. You want the devil's money. That's how I should have asked you. Do you like devil money? You probably would have said yeah. Huh? You probably would have said yes. If I'd have told you, do you like devil money? You drink the devil's water? You drink the devil's juice? You ain't drink no holy communion. Nothing. No holy water. Nothing. You don't like Christ's money, but you want Christ to give you money. Something ain't right. Something ain't right. Tell them something ain't right. It has to be. It's psychologically, it bothers me, man. You understand? It makes me think that you need another psychological assessment from your doctor. Okay? We're going to have to call your doctor so we could talk to him. Dead serious. Where the other one is? We're going to have to call your doctor and talk to him and say, Doc, what's wrong with him? They might have to talk to you. They might have to talk to you and deal with you, take your blood pressure and see if your blood pressure is running the right way, because we got an hour on the show. Everything info, entertaining, educational, $1 million purposes on. What up, everybody? How y'all feel, man? We just had to get through the hour of the work. There you go. We back in the business. What's up, Renee? How you doing, my queen? You like that? That was real perfect. And it's still going to remain up. We're going to work. How you doing? What's going on? AJ, I see you. Everybody in the trenches. What's going on? Sunday morning lifestyle is back. What's up, baby? Like the thumbnail? Huh? Like the thumbnail? Like the thumbnail? I love it too. I love it too. No more Doom staff. They not here. Everybody got family and friends. They got paid off. They not here. Okay, I had to check my levels. I enjoyed it, you Hampton. Yeah, it wasn't too overbearing too, right? It felt right there where it needed to feel. Huh? It fell right there where it needed to feel. You know what I'm saying? So I was grateful for that work at 8 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I mean at 7. So we got an hour. But I did 7:19 or something like that. That's good. Welcome to the show. I'm your host, man, HAMP Doom. You know what I mean? We looking good on the Sunday, feeling good on the Sunday. It's church. You already know. Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind right. You know what I'm saying? Grab us some. I hope I could grab orange juice. Now I got an apple juice. Let me see if I could get an orange juice. Got one. Got an orange juice. You know what I'm saying? Got an orange juice. No, you need that orange juice. Salute the HAMP Doom TV at the Gift Squad. Salute the HAMP Doom for taking care of that Gift Squad, you heard? Perfect. Salute. Oh yeah, they working. That's how you invest in your show, huh? When they say you doing things to get to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Now, it's like this. You feel me? You gotta say, okay, believe it. You feel me? It cost him $50,000 to get his dog cloned. Tom Brady took his dog, AIP, DIP, dog in peace. It died in 2023. And after that, he took the DNA of the dog. And I'm sitting here saying, if I had that amount, we could have had a clone Chihuahua. Tom Brady got $50,000. He paid to get his dog cloned. What is we doing? That's amazing work right there. That is amazing work right there. You getting cloned every day and don't even know. They got you cloned every day by chit-chatting and TikToking and even YouTube. I went to go do some programs. They said, we can't recognize you. We can't recognize you. That's what they said. They said, yo, we can't recognize you. You might as well just go ahead and keep running around. We only recognize people that want to show us their face and stuff. I said, Then they said, you might have to shave your beard so we can get a real look at you. So we can give you whatever you want when you type it up. We'll put you in space suits. We'll put you behind people in Times Square. We'll make it look real for you. You know what I'm saying? And after that, you know what I mean? Next thing you know, like somebody else at the bank. They like, you came here, right? What? I ain't come in. Yeah, somebody came here looking like you. It was you. Come in the back. Let me show you. They show you. Look at this. Same clothes. You like, yo, man, how? You was playing around with that. You was playing around with that thing and lost whole control of your soul by saying, I want to be in the whirlwind. That's crazy. That's crazy. You want to be in the whirlwind. Dancing with sin. And that's those peoples that you put in your face and expressions on. Huh? Your face has the most muscles, man. Once they conquer that, they could paralyze you, man. They could paralyze you, give you paralysis on one side of your face, or maybe your whole face. Watching television programs, the lady had a situation necklace and it opened it up. It turned some colors and it swoove on to the next person, and it takes that identity of that person, and then that thing get onto her that looks like her, bring it to her. It's like it's swap body snatches. I said, damn, look at this shit I missed as a little kid that we just was watching because it was just some excitement. We lost it. We lost it. And me gaining it back now, bringing it back to you in the form of today, is kind of strange because you wouldn't understand it. But these words is old because you Gen Z, Pop Z, or whoever. You bad that they had to give us Jay-Z. Huh? Because it started from Jay-Z, now it's Pop Z, Gen Z. Come on now. We already got Jay-Z. Man, how many Z's you gonna give us? Go to sleep, get Z's. NyQuil, give you Z's. Come on now. It's too much Z's. We the X. We the unknown. It's hard to find us. It's hard to find the unknown. That's us. It's hard to find us. You can't find us. You gotta go in the trenches to look for us. You gotta go in the trenches and look for us. You heard? Those guys is running a big organization. And they giving you all these situations, man. It's crazy. Welcome to the show, man. We outside, man. It ain't no other work out there, man. So get up. It ain't no other work outside. If it is, it's somebody out there dancing and prancing and doing some work that you probably can't identify anyway. Your mental capacity just want to see dumb stuff. So we're going to give you what we have to do like that. You know what I'm saying? You understand it? Huh? You understand it? I guess you should. Better. Somebody better. Huh? Because we out here, man. They working. They working that boy Doom. Huh? They working him. 49% is moving up. As we talk, they thinking about it now. It was 55%. Now it's rolling up. It's 49 to 51%. As we give it to them more, they understand the levels of understanding Jesus' money. On his money. You should like his money. That's the righteous. That's the righteous money. You got and should love Jesus' money. What do you say? Oh, I appreciate you. You understand? Wakanda hugs for the people that thinking like that. Appreciate you. So, in this world and whirlwind of heavy sin, we got to keep fighting. We get ready to come into another year in another couple of more days. Are we still going to be in our ways again when January coming? Huh? Are you still going to be talking about that YouTuber? Are you still going to be trying to find another click of clickbaiting? Huh? Are you going to find a way of continue to keep trolling the way you are? Huh? At some point in time, you must say what we got to do to readjust this. Today was probably one of them, to get your mind in the state of what he talking. I love it. I love it. I love it. When we got you like that running, like that. That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I see you, Doug. What's going on, man? You still running your mouth too, man. I don't understand. Let me see what's going on with you again. Let me see. Oh, 5 subscribers. All right, I got you. 5 subscribers, you running around talking. All right, that's cool. You got 5 subscribers, and you want us to talk. No. We ain't going to do that, baby boy. We ain't going to do that. I ain't got time for that, son. You better talk to me with more subscribers than that, boy. You got to talk to me with more subscribers than that, son. You play too much. You play too much. You can't enjoy the show. You can talk dirty when I'm finished. I'm watching you, but you talking ignorant. You ain't talking dirty. You trying to talk for me to get to talk exciting to you. I ain't doing that no more. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I ain't doing that no more. I'm watching Spams and Space Jam. I'm watching. You know what I'm saying? You understand? We ain't gonna play with everybody coming here dancing and prancing and then trying to do what they do. We got good shows here. We got good intellect here. We think. I could turn the beat on and go crazy. It's 8:27 in the morning. I'm trying to wake you up with a different coffee. I'm trying to wake you up with a different hat. Wake you up with a different tie. Just wake you up. Huh? But you're slow, you heard? Thank you, big boy. I appreciate that. I appreciate you thinking everything is the way it is, baby. I appreciate that. You heard? I wanted to know if you told your pastor his Cadillac was fake. Did you tell the pastor his Cadillac was fake? Thank you, Renee. I love you. Wakanda hugs my queen. Did you tell your pastor his hair was fake? Did you tell your pastor that damn jacket he bought that lady? Did you think that was fake? Huh? You ain't said nothing. You went right there and put the money in the collection plate. You didn't say, yo, you think the pastor wife got a fake fur coat on today? It's getting ready to be chilly too. Nah, you ain't think that. The pastor was wearing these rings like he was wearing those rings. You didn't say when he put his hands on you. You felt the weight. You felt the warmness of his hands from the microphone and when he lay his hands on you to give you the prayer, and that weight from his rings tackle your head, and he slap it down and say in the name of God and shakes you. That ring hit your head. You understand the weight. You don't think that was fake for him. Nah. Mm-hmm. Nope, you ain't say none of that, beloved. I know what you said. How much we need to give the church today, Pastor, when he yell out. You heard me? He yell out, he want $1,200 to lay his hands on. That's the pastors you like. I want you to come up there, give him a $1,200 donation. That is sickly, man. That is sickly. And he take that to go to the finest restaurants while the house is being renovated. And you in local city tenements working. Listen, you got to put that faith back and that money back in your pocket and give it to the Lord personally. You got to give it to the Lord personally. You understand? You got to let it sit there and keep praying on it the right way so it could give you a better movement. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about those. They gonna run. They're gonna run. Just follow Renee, hot wet mouth. Don't worry about Song Jones. Amy is in the building. Penn Murray she got her. She comes in to get worked every time. You know what I mean? She wanna wash Jesus and HAMP Doom's feet. You know what I'm saying? That's her job. Let her work. Let her do that. Appreciate the $ HAMP Mafia. You know what I'm saying? She wanna wash our feet and lay out and prepare our meals. Let her do that. You know what I'm saying? She's all right. Them women is sitting back drinking their coffee right now. You feel me? They holding it down. Don't even worry about it. They gonna be in the trenches. They gonna be in the trenches. Don't even sweat it. But first and foremost, she comes in here with no bag. She don't got no bag. Now she ain't got no back. She just running around happy. Got somebody in the chat talking to her. She ain't like everybody else, like you, Renee, Penn Murray. We talk to you. So her and Del Bond, you know what I'm saying? These are beautiful women. That there's a skank. That's a heathen who's looking for somebody, a home wrecker or something like that too. That's crazy of those peoples like that. You gotta be careful of them. When his noise is real. When his noise is real. Huh? Huh? You can't hide that noise when it's real. Talk dirty to him. Talk Sunday to him, you heard? That's what we're doing. Talking Sunday to him. What up? I see you, beloved. Peace and love. I caught you, man. How you doing, man? I'm glad you in the building, man. We working. Right on this beautiful. Everybody woke up. Gotta thank the Most High you made it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all giving people the situation again. I said, what? Look at these heathens. Look how they backslide. I said, man, we can't wait to get to Sunday to tell them. We have to tell them in the whole hour. Now we in 17 minutes. We on something different now. We got the program back. What you up to? Come through. Big up to the gift squad, man. Big up to the gift squad. Every day the show still makes its income. You trying to stop the flow, that ain't gonna work. Just because you got the pigs outside, we still hustling in the back, boy. The show still makes its income. Huh? You've been monetized for 35 years, and now you waking up to a few couple of bucks. Now you trying to say, yeah, we got them now. Who you got? You ain't getting nobody. You ain't getting nobody, son. You just made a phone call. You just made a phone call, kid. That space, wherever you was located at, you was tackling people pages. We never forget what you told the peoples back in the days. We still have it. We still remember on what you said. We remember how you said, yo. Because you said you are some type of. What you could have be. You could be. Then we ain't doubting the credentials of your work. We was like, yo, maybe that's his work. Not to put the end ad on, you was part of a great organization that gave this nation of great urban life. What is this guy right? What is that? What is that? Oh, that's his name. Oh, okay. That's his name. All right, that's his name. So that's what you did. You said you work for those people. You know somebody that works for something that could do something for like ways. We figured that out. I said, well, if we play time, would that work? Even with the delay of the time, it's still. So I said, maybe we should go again as we was rerouting the router. I said, yo, maybe we should do the same tactic again and run it the other way and then bring it back again this way. Because it seems like this is the way. Because trying to get in the other side, it will probably take the differentiation of the algorithm to move. So we got to say, okay, maybe let's try to wiggle, being that it's a band of some type of shadows in the trenches. It's a band of some type of shadows that's in the trenches. It's a band of some type of shadows that's in the trenches. Lurking, hunting, paying. An engine to move, but YouTube can't detect it. They said they can, but they don't know. And they trying to figure out. That's why they got all this AI after everything to detect what is really moving, fake or real. You would think this was what it was, but we know it's other avenues of slowment. You know what I'm saying? Probably the HOV lane is broke right now. You know what I'm saying? Probably the HOV lane is broke. It's probably on a, so we in traffic delay. Yeah, we in traffic delay. We just sitting in traffic for hours and days. We in the traffic way. We just sitting there, holding it down, moving inches and inches. But the whole thing is, this is like the 89th, the 39th, or the 59th, or the 109th. This the cavalry. We move. We still gonna get it in there. We still gonna run and go to the back of the trenches and grab the engine and then do just what Dick Gregory told us, the Godfather, Dick Gregory, AIP. He said you could tweak this. When I spoke to him, I said, word? He said, yeah, just remember what I did when they won the election and I had 1 million votes. I said, what? He said, you could do that right now. I said, good. Let me see the pattern. I looked at the pattern, saw the blueprint. Yeah, I saw the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? We saw the blueprint. You know what I'm saying? And it was excellent when we saw the blueprint. It was like, yo, this is amazing work. All we got to do is just work. But we know what you did. You working for them dudes. You know what I'm saying? You working for them. We ain't had nobody working for us, though. All we did was got on the bus early and rode it to the last stop. We rode it to the last stop. And we took everybody with us. Thank you, my queen. Even though it's shifted. Because we trying to see why the traffic is holding up. GPS is stopping, saying you can't turn left, turn right, can't even back up. There's another traffic behind you. They probably took the joke a little too strong. But that's what it was. They probably got scared of the phone calls that never dialed up. That's probably what it was. They probably still baffled about the mask not being revealed after all this. Maybe we could get them to reveal. That's one, too. In all aspects of all that, we come up with the same solution. The mask is everything. You feel me? You can't make nobody. You ain't gonna put doubt on the show. You can't do it. You understand? We'll work them how we could work them. Just because you lied to them and have them where they running, that's YouTube doing that. Along with small inklets of small-minded people that saw how the money and things was running and how the lifestyle was running. I had to take a look at Hassan Campbell playbook last night. I did over 82 hours of studying Hassan Campbell. And I had came up with a thought. I said, this is what I think he's trying to tell me. So we said, well, look, let's finish up the program first, Haas. Then we could do what you do. Because what you do, you can calculate a little better. Why you think Haas ain't do no lives there? Yeah, he know. He knows a band of shadows lurking in the train. He knows. He told us a while back, yo, you're going to get a flow, and the flow going to be like this, and you ain't going to get it. You're going to have your main people just sitting around with you. Now, that's the one you love. I said, I've been through that. But then he said, now what's going to happen is the whole thing is going to run around in a different pattern. I said, what? He said, yeah, it's going to run around in a different pattern. You're going to have to gain enough speed to come over here. I said, I can't do that. But I'm going to work on it. He was like, try. at least give it an E for effort. We tried that though. We tried it. And all we got out of that was low information. So Haas was like, yo, you're gonna have to probably watch me. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have to watch me because it's real. You gotta, he said, nah, kick rocks and pick some flowers or something. Yeah. Super glue fact. We don't even say nothing no more. Because that's what scares them. You know what I'm saying? When we were saying, what? Huh? Yeah. You go on to the stuff. No more nothing. Just let it, they're just, oh, snap. He ain't even saying nothing. Yeah, I got you. You ain't got to say nothing. You told those people we was doing that, and that was cyberbullying you. For your dirty, stupid comment that you come in here running around talking to me while I'm trying to work my program. So yeah, Renee, as soon as I start doing that, they'll say that. We cyberbullying them. Like nobody see they comment that they saying underneath there. To make the content creator put them on such a situation like that. You see how that works? And we leave it on live replay that you could go back later on and watch the show, and what you gotta do is connect the comments. You'll see it. We'll leave it for a while before we take care of our problem. So people can say, oh, I see why he did it. See, my mother just say, show you better than I could tell you. So we're going to show you better than I could tell you. We tired of telling you, then, yeah, they asked for it, but a setup at the same time, I get it. Yeah. We heard the person in here the other day said that. And they was talking heavy. As soon as we was talking about, they saying they going to tell them, flag us for saying that we cyberbullying them, and they cyberbullying us with they comment. If we ain't saying nothing, we just see you out here. You know what I'm saying? Word. We don't need none of them trolls. Exactly, hot wet mouth. I feel you. They bugged out, man. We gave them time. We gave them 2 months. We gave them 2 months of the rundown. Ain't no channel do no shit like that. Not even the big channel. If he's doing that now, let's see if he could do it in a consistent format. Huh? We saw this coming at the end of October. We was like, oh, snap, look. They gave us 2 months of a high run, 3 months. Look what they doing. So Hassan Campbell was right. He didn't say it will be done. He said all of them, especially if the people's like, especially if the people's dropping the back. If they dropping that and they're hearing things and they seeing things that you gotta watch. I said it's kind of hard to differentiate now because we got rid of the moderators, kept a couple, joke around and whatnot. But look, we got rid of them. The show went great. Now they protesting. Yeah, they protesting different now. They like, yo, we can't get on his show. Man, nah, that ain't fair. He should have this. He should have it. Why? Because you got it? No, I don't think so. I don't want to be in that stream. Not me. I'm in a different atmosphere, man. Yeah, it's a sad case, Renee. And we seen them in here. If they not in here, you know what they was doing. Even the regulars working with them properly. You got to think. This is a thinking man's game. You got to say, yo, is everybody working with these people? And then after you said no more help, that's what we gave up. That's when they gave up. Oh, he ain't helping no more. Nah. We gave it. It's already. We gave one. That was it. We gave one blessing. That was it. That was Kai Fly. He did his thing. Now we all to the next rolling stone. All right? Rolling over some more stone. You know what I'm saying? He made his way. He don't got to be here. Nobody. You know what I'm saying? But we know when the bodies was in here, we knew who did it. The peoples was having those peoples run because they was not getting no reports. These peoples is putting the reports. You like, word? It really do look like it's crazy. Rashard Bell, what up, son? The Bell family in the bill. You're like, yo, the reports is crazy. So once we get through the particulars, because you got to go through a lot of appeals. I'm going through a lot of appeals. Even on a Sunday, I'm dressed up to go to YouTube court. Yeah. After this show, I got to go to YouTube court on a Sunday. On a Sunday. Wow. That's how much I got to go figure out these report papers. And I'm still not going to yell your name out. Nah. We ain't going to get to that no more. We going to run past it with a language and have everybody think, well, what is he talking about? Even if you come in the building, we going to look at you and say, thank you for coming in. Every time you walk through the door, it's cool. You ain't got to buy nothing. You can walk around, look, smell the air of the store or the show, walk out. You get a peak concurrent. We'll take that. Then you come back and say, maybe they got something I need. Nah, let me walk around again. Maybe you might see a girl or something. You don't see it, you walk back out. That's another peak concurrent. We appreciate you with the peak concurrent. We appreciate that. We appreciate it. That you peek in, you peek out, you jump in. You know what I'm saying? You jump in the store because it's raining outside. You jump in because it's cold. You want to get a little heat. So you run around and buy a little sip of coffee or something. We understand. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my queen Renee. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's how they work it. You know what I'm saying? We saw it 80 months ago. Before this show took off, we saw it 80 months ago. After we ran the marathon. We still running the marathon. You know what I'm saying? After I ran the marathon, I came back. I'm a triathlon now. We're doing triathlete work. We're doing I'm a triathlon. I'm doing swimming, bike riding, tennis. And my education level with all those sports is at a high level because I watched them all my life. I should know how to play tennis. I should know how to go back and forth. That's tennis. I should know how to do a different sport like swimming. Huh? I could do that. I done been in pools, lakes, dams, rivers. I swim those, man. You ever swim the river after your boat tilt over, son? Water rafting? Huh? Huh? You know how to currently uncurrent yourself from the current of the water so it don't push you somewhere else to hit a tree and break your neck? You don't know that. That's survive. You don't know that. Huh? Huh? One person fall, we all jump in the water. We got to get him. We all jump. We make a chain. Get that man. He fell. Get that man. Fuck the boat. Get the man. We don't leave no soldier behind. No soldier get left behind. We go get them. We got to go get him. We jump in the water to go get him. You grab him. We grab you. We grab him. You grab him. And we got a chain and we work. Get against the current, boy. We can get against that current real good. Your man go, we gotta go get him. Huh? Those waterfalls is deep. It's about 60. Sometimes 20 to 60. And you hope you in a deeper landing. But if you right with God, you'll land righteously. If you right with the Most High, you will land righteously and bounce back. Might be one of those flying situations to grab you just in time. Make you hit the water in a slow existence or feeling good. You might not hit the water the way they want you to hit the water, like as if you splacked that water and you broke your back. You belly flopped. In that type of speed of water, you lost your face. Probably got paralyzed after diving that far. You ain't Greg Louganis. You ain't Greg Louganis. You can't dive like that. And even Greg Louganis hit his head when he did a somersault off that thing. Huh? AIP to Greg Louganis, man. Greatest diver, man. He was good. The greatest diver of all divers, Greg Louganis, man. He was good. Big up to Greg Lou. They don't even talk about him no more. But we thought of him. Big up, Greg. He was jumping off of high diving boards, talking to the Lord. That high. That's high. He damn near jumping off of mountains with that amount of speed, diving into the water. That's an amazing speed. Bad enough you jumping in the air, gathering the speed. And as you jumping up in the air, it gives you so much bounce. You sucked up so much air. Now it's time to release it. Now it runs down fast. That's how part of what you get today with the rain, hail, snow, and sometimes those earthquakes. But you wouldn't know because you're not with the Lord. You're not with the Lord. Over here, we think righteous. Over here, we think ignorant. Over here, we think dirty. But right now, we want to think about how we going to get right after becoming so sacrilegious in life. Because if I hang out with you, I'm going to be like you. Because you ain't got no way of praying over your food at all. You crazy. You crazy. Then you want everybody to be with you to make them believe that they also is losing their mind. You're dealing with all that swine out there from the commercials, giving you every pill that they can find to break you down mentally. You got a problem, go get Camp Zyos. You got a problem, go get Ozempic. You got a problem, go get Sky Rizzy. They got you bugging on the television program. They got you hallucinating on the television program. I remember days they were just showing what they needed to show back in the days. Mama made sure. Turn that. That ain't it. Mama kept us righteous in front of that television set, man. Mama kept us righteous in front of that television set. What y'all watching in there? What y'all what? Turn. Listen. Go get the movement. As a matter of fact, we're going to get family night now. It's time for family night. Because if I give you your time, you'll be coming out here in the rock and roll with nails painted. That's how those kids get crazy. She forgot to watch what they was watching. And they wonder why they throat swelling up. Yeah, exactly. I remember putting Spider-Man, what's up? I remember putting some things on for my peoples one time. And my kid was like, nah, put on what we like, Norbit. She like, I like Norbit. Every time she come home, she want to watch Norbit. At 16, Dad, let's watch Norbit. I said, all right, cool. She remember the funniness, the happiness. So if I was like, nah, let's watch this movie, Western movie. She was like, oh, man, you gonna go to sleep. So she understand. It's like, I can't watch that stuff because my dad said it ain't gonna make me happy. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna make me like question so much, and I don't want to do all that. And that's the way I got growing up. Yeah, you'll catch it later. If it's need to be in your information data, you catch it later. If you need it to be in your information data, you catch it later. Only if it needs to be in your information data, you get it later. It ain't time to grab it now and be like, let me use it, because it might be not too ready for you. It might be too expensive and too strong where it can knock you down, and then when you don't get it back, you have a different morale. I've been had this style even when it was low in grade till we got to the high grade. This was never, you know what I'm saying? We was grateful for the back to the forward, and we still stuck in the middle. So what we do? Keep swimming. Whatever terrain they got us in, we got a vehicle for. Oh, you got us in rough terrain. All right, get the 4-wheel drive. Oh, they got us in in certain areas of the desert. All right, go get the what you call it, the Jeep, the other 4-wheel drive. Oh, we going through the city. All right, cool. The snow, get the SUV. We got about 3 of them things. 3 of them things. Oh, they got you in the water. All right, cool. Call my man. He got a 30-foot, you know what I mean, capacity of maybe about 300 in a 30-foot submarine. We getting that. We ride in the submarine. It moves slow. It moves slow. The submarine moves slow like the wells of the ocean. It moves slow. It pick up a little speed if it has to. It got some speed if it really needs to get out of its way of depth charges. It got speed for that. But in all technical, you know what I'm saying? The word, technically. There you go. And all technically, however you want to say the word, that word, it was like that. It moves, it cruise. So we in the submarine. We in the submarine. I like it down there. You can see everything. That's one thing that machine don't it don't explode. It don't implode. It don't blow up. That thing will go deep. It can touch bottoms of oceans. I never knew. They got any other everything of material that goes down there. You can lose oxygen in less than 5 to 10 minutes. The brain will be like, oh, sorry. We ain't in this. See you. Your heart. Sorry. We see you. Hypothermia. Get your skin. Even though the skin is shut down on you. Sorry. See you. And then after that, you seafood. You seafood after that. I want you to think about that when you'll be seafood for a long time. Word. You like seafood. You eat this all the time. Shrimp fried rice. Get your stamps. You go get the steam mukbangs. I know you. Living that unrighteous life, going to that spot, buying that. And then give the kids ravioli. Give the kids some other stuff from the store that they gotta do it themselves because you eat. And then you tell them you can't have this. Why? No, because you allergic. Then you try it out for yourself to find out that your mama was lying. After you went to the hospital and said, can I get an allergic test to see what I'm allergic to? They say, oh, you're not allergic to this, you're not allergic to that. You're like, my mama lied all this time. I've been eating ravioli. And she be eating mukbangs? Shh. Terrible. Terrible, boy. I'm telling you. Somebody better say they like Jesus' money. That's the only money that's going to give you longevity. You get that Jesus money, it helps you. You giving it to him, he not giving it to Jesus. He's taking it somewhere else. You know who did it. You watched him do it. You watched him produce the finest material, and he gave a proper way of decorating the area of worship and had everybody dancing around in lavender seats and velvet rugs. Even the thing that they moved and open up that thing, that's velvet. I remember going to church, the little rope. I used to look at the rope. I'd be like, damn, this shit gotta be, it's heavy too. I'm like, man, that thing is expensive. It used to be a little chain. They done decorated the chain and put fabric on it and made it extra, lining up with the ornaments of the church. Like you really going into a scary place, man. That place is scary. We got a whole church back outside. That's more effective. That's more effective. Sitting in there, fanning yourself for it. That's hell, B. It's hot in there. Sitting next to all that perfume, cologne. By the time you come out, yeah, you'll believe in anything after you inhaled all that stuff. But then you got the food downstairs cooking. You don't know if you're hungry or get ready to be headache from all that smelling Sister Mary and Brother James cologne. And then sometimes they all smell the same because they just got finished playing in the bath. Terrible. Terrible. Heathens. You the heathens of the worship. Then when you look around and say, hey, hang out with us, you look around and say, nah, you can't do that. We got to be heathens. We don't want no righteousness. I said, look at these people. Look at these people. Huh? Still eating that pork, talking about it came from God. That's what you said. You said God told you that you could eat pork. I don't know. He said eat food. I don't know about that swine. You got to look a little deeper and find out if that's that swine. Last time I checked, I don't think I read that one. You know what I'm saying? I don't remember reading that. Did you? Because they be having those pork chops up in there. Huh? They be having, I'm going to try to get the posters fixed for my man. They got a machine place they can make. We're going to go talk to them in the following weeks. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to the show at an hour and 47 minutes. Beautiful. Beautiful. 9 o'clock in the morning. You hear the traffic moving. They believe in Jesus' money. Ask them. Ask the people that's driving back and forth, do they love Jesus' money? They gonna tell you they love Jesus' money. Because it's helping them move around. That Jesus money don't sleep, boy. That Jesus money don't sleep. No doubt. That Jesus money do not sleep. It works all night like the devil. Devil money. He work all night. Huh? You trying to compare the numbers. You know God got more money. You know that. You know he got you where you want to go. You want to stay where you at and make it lavish? He gonna help you. You gonna help me make this lavish, Most High. I hope. You'd appear like a genie figure. But if you running around playing with the devil money, we ain't gonna get no paint job. You ain't gonna get no house job. You ain't gonna get nothing done. You're just gonna be shivering. Even with your windows not broken, you're gonna be shivering. Heat gonna be not there. Might have heat, but you still gonna feel cold. That's crazy. It'll be 100 degrees. You be like, yo, I'm still cold. Yo, it's hot in here. You ain't hot? Nah, man, you wrapped up. Because your soul ain't there. That's why you cold. Soul give you feel, the inner soul. You gotta feel this thing here, man. It's that work. I'm gonna work you. Yeah, I'm gonna work. Straight up. You know what I'm getting at? This is different bars than a Kit Kat. I'm worrying about that house in Midtown Manhattan that got the doormat. You know what I'm getting at? That's where we at. Because Christ gave it to us. Most High gave it to us. And I ain't even had to do nothing because I was saying, I'll get there. You know, I don't know. It's nice. So I'm nonchalant with it. God, Most High, be like, oh, you act like it. You know what? I'm going to give it to you anyway. I'll probably be over there, be like, damn, this is where I live at now? Fifth Avenue? 290 West 36th Street? I thought I was in Queens. Nah, you didn't believe. You know, you believe, but you chucked it all. You're like, yeah, when I'm ready. I don't know what to do with it. God gonna say, man, forget that, man. You getting that right now. Because I want Jesus' money. I want enough money to give back to the people that don't got Jesus' money. So I can make them say, yo, Jesus' money is real. Huh? God money is real. See, if I had to say God, you would have just been like, what God? So I had to just say this person's name so he could make it better. and just Jesus. We could be talking about anybody without the Christ. Just do you like Jesus money? It could be Jesus money. It could be Jesus who you was in classroom with, his money. But it's so psychological to you that you don't know who Jesus be talking about. You would actually think we talking about Jesus money. Huh? After we know that you, Judas niggas, was playing and got paid 30 pieces of silver. That wasn't Jesus' money. Jesus' money don't deal with no silver. You went out and got sold us out for 30 pieces of silver. Even Judas got a bag. The Judases got a bag. They got paid in 30 silver. Knowing that the price of silver is not even working right now. They'll probably use that shit probably to make mirror holders. Or put it towards a metallic on a shoestring to put the shoestring in the holes. They'll probably take that silver and make this shirt was made out of silver. It's gray. This tie. This mask. Huh? But you ran off with 30 pieces. It's just 30. That was dirty. It did you dirty. That's amazing. That you took that much time and ran off. And we had the whole bag in the treasury. We could have gave you, told you, yo, man, silver is, we make that for the build up water fountains and shit. You know what I mean? Chrome. We use that type of stuff to keep the foundation next to the bricks a little bit. You know what I mean? We don't even wear that stuff, B. Now, if you got a lot of vampires in your life, you deserve to wear that. You got a lot of vampire blood-sucking people. That's why you see a lot of people wear that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people wear silver just to stop the vampires of life. You know what I'm saying? Now, that's cool. I could dig that part. You know what I'm saying? But I'll probably get a different metallic. I'll probably get platinum. You know what I'm saying? Another powerful component. So we'll run that, but we see why people wear some of it. It shows you in the vampire movies. And out here in this real life, you got vampire Negroes and niggerettes. You understand? And YouTube Negroes and YouTube niggerettes. You heard? Smoking a lot of cigarettes out here. I watched them. They smoke a lot of nicotine, man. I see why they so stressed out. The person that's on the channels, we watched them. So, they incorporate all three components in one. I know their lungs is asking themselves, what are we having around us besides we got cigarettes, we got cigars called those Black and Milds, and then you got the marijuana. All in one. I saw like 9 channels, 18 to 25 channels of those three components being inhaled at one time. Mixed with the, whatever they mix with, I said, this is terrible. That's why they breathing funny. The air that comes out their mouth to talk to you on these channels is destructive because they breathing funny. It's completely sage over here. They would tell those peoples we was over here smoking tree bark or something, B. Huh? Word up. It's amazingly on how they was thinking like that, man. Word. Told those good folks at that station, that the black man was winning. So we came and rolled our sleeves up to produce this gift. We came back. We ain't scared of you. We understand that you was soft then, you're still soft now. You heard? You can bring in anybody. Anybody. They ain't gonna make it. We saw them already. Or they got sold already. They got sold already. We saw them. We was over there watching. You feel me? We was over there watching. They was over there dancing, waving happiness. Then when you go look at them, they still can't get on the guest list. Terrible. 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 All for the love of they nastiness, they sacrilegious ways. That's what we did it for, in the love of that. We did it for the love of hip-hop and for the love of the people. We gave it to you. Conda hugs. They ain't give you nothing but slander, trickery, lies, and deceit. But they waving. They doing a whole bunch of how the president run down. They do that music for him. That's how they doing it. And we laughing at them. Still dressed up, still looking good, still got the folks, still got the bag, we still got the world. We got our peoples. HAMP doing. You know what I'm saying? We worked. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Put that pain on him. Now in another hour, you would have thought he would have had another hour still discussing what he did in the first hour. We psyched you. We worked that first hour. Now we just cruise controlling now, baby. Feel me? You don't know this, man. You thought you knew this. If you did know this, you will be getting the bag. Renee Smith, breakfast is ready. No doubt, my queen. You feel what I'm getting at? That's what it is, too. We coming right back again, as always. Coming right back again. I'm going to get you again. Yeah. I'm going to break it up in increments. Because if I give it to you too full at one time, you'll say it's overbanded. Like the shorts. Like y'all seeing on your algorithm. That's an amazing work site we put together. And I'm going to keep running that program because I drill it in you. I'm going to make sure that you get this work to you fire in a furnace. A lot of you YouTubers got views for free. Right? But this time, when we get it, you're going to earn it now. Feel me? Because y'all was soft. Y'all soft. I don't even watch nobody's shows after I get off the show, guys. I go home after the show, write for the next thing, and come back. We stop giving them the opportunity of letting us go. We left it alone. They tag us. We'll just take a look on the ball. We won't even hit it to see what they're saying. If it's a thumbnail that we need, we'll hit it just to take the thumbnail. Thank you. So I give a click for that, just to get that and run it again and flip it. Feel me? Pancake that. I keep turning that thing over to the flatten it out with the thing. Yeah, I'm the same way. Yeah, because they, if they would have not came in person and had fun, they could have kept going. A lot of people got timed out because it was too personal. We're not here for your personal. Go talk to your priest or somebody, man, or your mother. Just come here and talk intellectual dirty. Like, yo, that shirt need to be ironed in Canada. I would have laughed at that. If somebody would have said something like, yo, you need to get that shirt ironed in Canada. Yo, it's like you got that shirt ironed in Canada. It's too cold. I get it. It's funny. But we won't get people like that. We won't get people like that. They'll be talking about the mask, take it off, this, run it off. Why you wearing the gold? It's fake. They missed the whole point. That's too personal. Don't I look good? God damn it. Shit. Don't he look good? Man, yo, you look good in that fake jewelry. I'd have probably took that. Oh, thanks, man. You do look good. Nah, these guys is small-minded. The YouTubers. Even the women coming in here now acting foolish. You would have thought they would be like y'all good, beautiful women. Just listen. Just watch. They hear the brother. What he's talking about. Then read. Oh, damn. Do he know these people? Because that would be the first thing I say if I came in and saw all that traffic talking to the content creator. I was like, do they know this nigga? Did he fuck they bitches or something? Did he rob a person out there for this to happen? Oh, I get what's happening. Let me look at his page. Oh, this guy, god damn. Oh, snap, he been out since 2021. Oh, snap, he got 7. Oh, okay. Oh, he working. He got a lot of videos. Oh, I can see why. Oh, let me put, whoop, they hit the subscribe button. They hit the subscribe button. Yep, they hit the subscribe button because all I came out here was, first thing I yell out is power to the people. We back at new maintenance. And it goes from there. And everything I get in from that is a whole bunch of stuff that I don't like to play with. I like to have fun out here when we in here. People making us laugh, talking dirty to us. Even when we talk dirty back about their mama. That's fun. Because we don't know none of their mamas. But it's a good joke. Then we say how they like hot dogs and cookies and cakes, Twinkies and a whole bunch of stuff. That's amazing too. We done took them all around the world. Now you got to see what people say now. At the end of the show, they got and more. They put in the word and more. We started that. We started that. We started that. Yeah, we started such and such, such and such, and more. Huh? I treat these YouTubers streets like the streets in real life. Seldom. I know what you wrote. YouTube did that. I have a family member. His family name is Till. They call themselves Till. He said, you know the deal, Till. So I thought you knew Till. I was like, word, you know Till? I remember Till. Word up. I like the Till sister so much, man. You know what I did, man? I was so mad that I liked her so much, man. But she was young. She was older than us. I was young. And I remember poking holes in her Air Max sneakers. Then I took her phone book, took a pen, and marked on all the numbers. They ain't do nothing to me, though. They sat me down and said, what is it? What happened? Why you do that? I like her. I like her. And it was just like that. You heard? That was crazy. In love. That's what you call it. Crazy in love. I was in love with that girl, boy. And we used to go to the Poconos and hang out. Her name was Till. I don't know if I forgot the first name. I don't want to say no name because it'd be like somebody's name out here. But I'm going to say, his name was Donnie Till. That was my friend. His sister name had been Tracy Till. I think it was Tracy Till. Yeah. I think they call her TT. You know what I'm saying? And he was DT. So it was like that in their family. The Tills. You know the deal, Till. I remember that. In those days of going to Poconos Mountains. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. Free everybody till they free, you heard? Yeah, Renee, that was back in the days, man. They ain't do nothing to me. My aunt got mad. My grandmother got mad. But they didn't get too mad. They were just like, well, he had a crush on the girl, poke holes in a sneaker, you know what I'm saying? And colored her book with a mark. So I ain't colored that bad. I just was scribble. You can still see the numbers. I was just, every guy that I thought was a guy, it could have been an uncle. I was erasing his name. Could have been her uncle. Hi, Uncle Charlie, I'm just calling you to see how you feel. I don't believe it. Could have been Charlie from the Charlie over there. You know what I'm saying? Had cousins from other places. You know what I'm saying? From high school. Racing. Like I'm doing the scratch off. Get that shit out of here. I'm doing the scratch off on that, you heard? Get that thing up out of here, man. Straight up. Yeah, I big up to her because she didn't say nothing too much. She laughed at it. As I remember, she laughed. She just said, oh, well, she had a smart girl. She had a backup book. That's what made me understand life, too. And she had an extra pair of sneakers, same color. Word up, the Air Max. I'll never forget. Word with the red running around the bubble. I poked it with a pen. Heard the air sound come up. I said, "Oh yeah, got her." She'd be walking like this now around the new guy. She'd be walking funny around the new guy. Till she get back in my life, I could buy her some sneakers and take care. That's how I was thinking. Word up. Like, yo, I bought them sneakers. Them sneakers was cheap back then, too, them Nike sneakers. They wasn't the way they were today. They had like $59, $60. All we had to do is work like maybe 2 weeks in the supermarket and shit. And come out of that and walk around and get you some nice ones for the summer or some nice ones for whatever season it was in. That was back then. The sneakers was very, and they came from Taiwan. They came from Vietnam. That was that good leather. Made in Korea. It was the good leather. When they started putting that shit in China, man, I said, nah, the leather started tweak. I got a pair of Nikes now. They strong. They had to be made in Vietnam. But I'm thinking that the leather didn't compare itself to like old Air Force Ones. It started cracking. So I wear them now when I used to walk my man. I wear them as those. But they still got durance on. They still durable. They still look strong. And it's the gum sole Air Force Ones high top with the black check on it, the white ones. But they got cracks in the creases. I'm like, yo, this had to be made in fucking China or some shit, man. Because China sneakers be doing that shit. Word, man. I was like, yo, anywhere else in Taiwan or Korea or Vietnamese, I'm mad at those sweatshops as they called them. They wasn't sweatshops. They were just working shops. People was making real micro sneakers. Real Nike sneakers, B. Real sneakers. Now today's sneakers is, you wear them 2 days, it's over. I had to figure out the new Air Force Ones. I had to think about how to rock those again, because back then, it wasn't that hard to put on. It was real easy when you bought them. It was like soft. You know what I'm saying? You could style in them. Now I'm just like, you walking in, you gotta really walk in them. It's the truth. And then if you put too much weight in it, you can crease it and won't get the crease. That's why you gotta keep the bag. Yeah, they hurt your feet now. Yeah, they hurt your feet now. They're not like the Air Force Ones back in the days, where it had the soft leather. Like walking in plastic, exactly. So I got mines, and I realized, I said, okay, when I wear them, I'm gonna have to wear them loose for right now. Because my cousin always told me, they look better when they tied. Like, yo, all the shoes look better when they tied. I remember I used to wear my shoes, and he used to look like, yo, that makes you look shaggy. Like, nah, this the style, cuz. Like, nah, it ain't the style. It looks better when you tie them. AIP to my cousin, man. He always told me that. Well, he was the one that told me to get in the Air Forces and military. I only did a few, such and such. It broke out because the eyes got bad, but he the one that like, yo, get out of here, man. Then it messed up and went around. But I signed up, and they put you where they put you at, that has that type of movement. Them shock camps. Yeah, them shock camps was real. You know what I'm saying? They had real drill instructors. They was real. You want to go to jail or military? Jail. I think I'll take this one, because that military jail, you ain't gonna make it. Petty crimes too, they do you dirty in there, man. Have you all night doing things just because you shouldn't did it. You know what I mean? You had enough great training here to know right and wrong. What we got? 9-3. Oh, it's 210. Okay, let me look again. All right, it's 9. That's good. We coming back out at 12. We're gonna pull that trick again. This one been beautiful. Let me end this one. It wasn't that many. That was great. That was a great one. Let me see how it went through. Okay, 51% says yes, they like Jesus' money. 49% said no, they don't like Jesus' money. That's good. We worked them. That's an accomplishment. We worked back in the days. We was asking people when we had the people running around, did they feel like a millionaire? As always, I enjoy the show. Wakanda host. Thank you, Renee. Remember them days, Renee? We asked people how many people felt like they was millionaires. The numbers was low, but high. The value was high, but the answers was low. Now we got something righteous right now in front of them, and it's still acting like we're doing the thing and doing the thing, and it went up. So that's an accomplishment right there. Yeah. Then we started asking people about the drug money. That was twickling. Then we asked them, do you like? What else we asked them? We kept saying, do you feel? And we kept using the word like. Them two words. Feel like. Do you feel like a millionaire? Putting both words together. This has been an excellent movement, man. This has been an excellent movement. Yes, it has been. We're going to run around, fix up ourselves. Yeah. Yeah, now they like Jesus' money because they understand it now. If they had understood it back then, they would have really understood it. But we gave them the explanation on the feeling, like what it feels like. It's just people kept being combative because they wanted to be combative, to say no, to mess up what they think they won doing by pulling the show into a different direction. But look, we came in, though. We came in with the new direction. Huh? The show must go on with a new direction. The new director is here. Like, oh, he ain't here. All right, what we got to do now? Get a new script. Got to write it over. We got the budget. We got the budget. Now we just got to write it over. We got the budget. We got the budget. My beloved family. That part, facts. Yeah, we got the budget. We just got to rewrite it over. But the show's under new direction. Huh? This new director says it's different. The old director left. Well, look, we read it. It was good, but I got a new script. This one here was the sacrilegious ways of Christ that left confusion in your life. Because you was running around playing on that device. That's crazy, man. Watching Sarah Gore in Open House. Watching Cass Jordan run around the South. He stopped doing that shit. He started talking about the city, running around with migration and hydrations and stuff. They don't even watch that bum no more. He stole so much views and subscribers running around the city, taking pictures and film of housing that you know that one day you will be there. Just say one day you'll be. You don't have to say you'll never get it. Just say one day you'll beat it. He had you believing in them damn beautiful Manhattan apartments. I don't know how he was finding them, but he found them though. Now he go back to doing it. That was the bread and butter. He done used so much AI, making you believe that the city was in siege of migrants. I used to look at this guy like, why this guy doing that? He had everybody believe that the city, then when you hit it, he in Midtown Manhattan with the horn beeping, people walking comfortably to work. And he's saying, this building right here used to be this building right here. Man, shut up, Cass Jordan. You stole those subscribers like that, man. You stole those subscribers like that. Your wife left you, went back to Filipino. You tried to go to the Japan or something like that. Try to film them. They say, listen, don't be coming over here filming, man. Take that shit back to the United States. You know what I'm saying? Find me some DVDs and all that. Yeah. He thought he was going to Japan with his wife. That wife took the kid, broke out, took his bag and broke out. Flipped the bag out there, and where they lived at, he tried to come. It's tiny. It's little. You was showing us that shit in New York. Tiny apartments. You was dancing around that shit like it was, hey, this is tiny apartments for $1,500. Yeah, you could live here. The bathroom is right next to your bed. He was wilding. Radiators need paint and bled out so the heat could go in. He had a whole bunch of tricks for y'all, man. Y'all felt for it. The same thing going with the guy with the hat. He tricked the world. Got him a new haircut now. Huh? He told you it's no shave November, but he got a new haircut. He couldn't wait to get that haircut to show y'all he got a haircut. He couldn't wait. Dancing on the internet, smiling. Huh? We told you we like you better when you had a perm, nigga. Because at least you had your head on straight then. You heard? That was what it was. You feel me? You played around this whole thing, told those peoples at some headquarters, picked out a program to go against the show. Nah, we came back in a new direction. Huh? Huh? We been told you. Like, yo, look at this. We kind of liked you better when you had a perm, nigga. Because at least you had your head on straight then. Now you running around talking about, hey, sis, hey, nigga, hey, shut up. Where was all that work then? Huh? Ebony Renee, what up? Queen Renee, this is another Renee in case you don't know. That's my Queen Renee Smith. Renee Smith, I call her eBay Renee. You know what I'm saying? eBay. Albany, you're like Albany. Albany upstate. But her name is eBay. Yeah, self-sabotage himself. Yeah. Happy Sunday to you too. It's all love. Yeah, he running around with a hat. Got all those peoples in the chat talking about that hat. Like we got people talking about this match. They talking about that hat. You feel me? We talking about that hat. Yeah, man. Yeah. At least we knew you had your mind straight then. That was crazy out there, man. Crazy. Where is he at now? He's running. Ben was running. You saw them ran yesterday and today. And then the last month before this new month came in, we only 9 days in. You know what I'm saying? We only 9 days into the spot. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know if he can. Do he got enough? Nah, this is something different. I don't know. See, they can't. They only got. They ain't got all of it. They got something different. Now they can't do that. I don't know. He might have to do that. Probably this thing is probably mobile. You know what I'm saying? They probably doing that mobile. Yeah. They probably doing that mobile. You know what I mean? But his noise is real. So where we at? Service is good. Everything is good. We'll see you back in the hood. You make sure you be right back out in the hood. 2-9. Yeah, that's good. That'll be good. Would it be good? I think it'll be excellent. I think what time is it? 9:35. The reason why I like this show because him and her that works together, Pat Battle, and my man, I think his name is Rosenbaum, something like that. Them two is they're a good match. You heard? They work. I'm going to keep it real. Y'all watch Channel 4 News, Pat Battle, I don't know the other. I think his name is Rosenbaum. You know what I'm saying? They got a good chemistry, man. Word. They got a good chemistry. I like their chemistry better than Kurt Manafee and Rosanna Scotto. Because they serious what they work. It ain't too much laughing, dancing around. They get right to business. You know what I'm saying? They sit outside. I like they ethnic. They don't play no games. And they know each other. See, those type of people probably hang out with each other. You understand?
At an auto body shop and spread quickly to surrounding apartment buildings.
That's Pat
You
Battle.
can see from this video here the thick black smoke just pouring out of that shop on East Tremont Avenue. This is near Rosedale Avenue in the Van Ness section of that borough. More than 150 firefighters called in to get this fire under control, and there was a collapse in one of those buildings, but they were able to get out before it happened. However, 4 firefighters did suffer minor injuries, but those 2 apartment buildings now almost completely gutted, and the Red Cross helping those families who are now.
with so much smoke all the way down here and dark smoke coming out. My spouse told me, get the kids, grab the animals, let's go.
Get the kids, grab the animals.
Officials now
Let's
investigating what started that fire.
Just multiple reminders there are no routine calls from the fire department.
So true.
In Brooklyn, the NYPD is looking for a man who they say tried to rape a woman. They say on October 24th, the man on your screen here pushed his way inside the victim's home in East Williamsburg near Cook Street and Avenue of Puerto Rico. Investigators say he exposed himself and tried to tear off the woman's clothes before running off. You recognize the man in these photos, called Crime Stoppers. And police want your help identifying the person in this photo. They're accused of touching a woman inappropriately on the subway. According to the NYPD, the woman was sitting on a northbound N train heading into the 30th Avenue subway station in Queens when the person sitting next to her grabbed her thigh. The victim ran when the train pulled into the station. No injuries reported.
Well, the Federal Aviation Administration is ordering mandatory inspections of all Boeing model MD-11 airplanes and ordering them to remain grounded. That is the type of plane which crashed and killed at least 14 people in Louisville, Kentucky on Tuesday. National Transportation Safety Board investigators looking into the cause of the crash, which left a debris field over a half-mile long. But they say the left engine of the plane did detach before takeoff, and the plane then crashed into an industrial area. UPS and FedEx already grounded their MD-11 model planes. They make up about 9% of UPS's air fleet. And later today, Governor Kathy Hochul's heading over to the Dominican Republic for a visit with that country's leader. They plan to discuss collaborative efforts between the island and New York State.
So many connections between the DR and New York, of course. But before that trip, Governor Hochul and the New York City Mayor, like Zoran Mandami, spent yesterday in Puerto Rico, wrapping up the annual Somos Conference. We see Gabby Acevedo's in San Juan with how the two leaders plan to work together.
The next mayor of New York City,
Governor Kathy Hochul welcoming Mayor-elect Mamdani on stage during a reception with organized labor coalitions near Old San Juan.
Puerto Rico no se vende.
Puerto Rico is not for sale, a message of support for the self-determination of the island. But in terms of New York politics, the Somos Conference over the past 3 days has served as an opportunity to discuss upcoming business with state and city leaders.
Whether in the council, whether at the state level, whether in leading the entirety of the state.
Yeah, they lost their life. But one thing about that plane, that if it has a problem, right, and they said that when it goes like that, it really has to go. It can't wiggle. Like they said, it was in the engine. The fire was in the engine, so it has enough out. It has enough speed. It was taken up. So the pilot was like, it was already catching. He didn't pull up. They said if he would have pulled up, it would have went. They could have dealt with it in the air. But it hit the power lines. It hit the power line. It was that low. It hit the power lines. So, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people died. The plane wing fell in the recycle center. See what I'm saying? Yeah, it said that if he said, yo, look, when it's like that, they can't really turn the plane because now you're going to crash. So the best thing to do for that, because he said that it was catching fire as he was riding. He said it was catching fire, so you can't really hit that like that. You can't stop no plane. You got to keep running. So they said he should have lifted it up, pulled it into the air. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the engine fell out and he panicked. But one engine, it had enough. The plane is a buoy. It's a big fat plane. It has enough. If one, it could recoil you. It'll probably just a fire. Get it in the air could blow it out, and it could probably ride on one wing and glide on the other. It's aerodynamics. He should have kept it in the air. He tried to see if he could get it back down. You know what I'm saying? He tried to see if he could get it back down. By that time, it was too low. So it hit the wires. And the wires, you know what it does. Once it touches metal, and it's still sliding on metal, because it hit that first. That spark hit that. That spark hit that first. As soon as the belly of the plane hit it, that was it. And the hook, what you call it, the wheels was down, the landing gear. That's what they do in the Air Force when the planes land on the ships. They have to land it correctly. Yeah, he got scared. And what happened when the jet fighters come in, it has to land correctly, and the back of the plane drops a hook. You know what I'm saying? So the guy who's waving like this, he gets you in, go this way, come this way, go up this way. All right, then he waves and say, okay, you good. You good. Come on. Then he move out the way. As soon as you touch down, the first nose of the plane hit, they drop a chain. It has to be a reaction because the plane could go all the way over. They had to jump over the ship and they got to go get it and bada bang, bada boom. But it's the hook. That shit hit the thing. It slide for about a couple of meters, inches, and some feet. And that steel thing pops out and it grabbed it. Then that's why you see him, the plane jump back like that. Yeah, that's what that, you know what I'm saying? But in this case, the wheels was that. You know what I'm saying? The landing gear was the wheels touching it. They didn't lift up too. And plus he tried to drop it to see if he could get into an open field to try to wiggle the plane to some safety. And unfortunately, man, God bless, Most High blessed him. Took him out just like that, man. You feel me? Only one engine. That's all. The left engine fell out. It was just on fire. It got too hot. It got on fire. It got too hot. Yeah, it was bad.
Yes, we were. There's plenty of rocking going on. Look, skating underneath, all that scaffolding going up. The Rockefeller Center Christmas tree is here, standing tall right there on our plaza downstairs. You had a ball down there yesterday, didn't you? I was so jealous.
They go that Christmas tree.
New Yorkers, the arrival of the tree marks the beginning of the holiday season. Yeah, as you say, I was on the plaza along with a whole lot of people to catch all the excitement. An early morning wake-up call for what's about to become a holiday icon.
Holiday
Crew's
icon.
busy getting ready to hoist up and set up the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree.
I got a picture from the Rockefeller Center security supervisor, my buddy Jimmy, and oh my God, I saw the picture of snow on it. It was great. I said, where's that address? Let me go and see it tomorrow.
Getting here is quite the journey. The 75-foot-tall Norway spruce got into town last night. This year's tree comes from East Greenbush, New York. It's right outside of Albany. They had about a 150-mile journey here to the big city. You see, the tree was loaded onto a truck and escorted by a number of police vehicles. And we caught up with some lucky people in Midtown who spotted the tree on its way in.
Out of the blue, we came to see St. Patrick's Cathedral, and then we figured we'd walk over and see the tree. And sure enough, the tree was getting delivered, and we saw the whole thing.
It's actually unreal from being someone from New York and actually seeing it down like this. It's crazy because we usually just see it up with the lights on, but this is just a different experience.
Now, of course, the lighting is the big event, but over the years, the crowds have grown, and the arrival has become a big event onto its own. And then for the family who donates a tree, well, that's a very personal experience.
I moved to the Albany area probably about 2008, but that's when I first saw the trees, when I met my husband. It has been on his family property since the 20s. Their great-grandparents are the ones who planted the tree. My son's the 5th generation to now live in that house, so it's such a family history for us to then come here and share with everyone.
And just like clockwork, it all comes together. The tree carefully raised up and lowered into its home for the next several weeks. 50,000 LED lights will eventually adorn it, along with that 900-pound Swarovski crystal star. What's soon to be the world's most famous Christmas tree, right where it belongs, ready to usher in the holidays for the tri-state area and beyond. And man, talk about the crowds. A couple of years ago, I got down there. There might be 20, 30 people. There had been hundreds yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
All around
Since
there, all
the
going
20s, that family tree been there. And that's a family tree.
Yeah.
I get the sense that the city's going to be hopping this year.
Oh,
I still got a
definitely.
Charlie Brown tree. You put the thing on it, it tilt over. That's our family tree. Huh? This lady, Judy Russ. Her name is Judy Russ. Her family donated the tree. They've been in the family since the 1920s.
temperatures. It hasn't been too but looking ahead,
You got
here,
24 days.
24 days with Rockefeller tree lighting.
For the tree to go on.
That would be, Wednesday, December
lights.
3rd. Average for that time of year, 48 degrees, and then what we're seeing for today.
42 days.
42 days away with our winter solstice occurring at 10 on Sunday, December
21st is winter.
And closer and closer to the season, although temperatures today really not reflective of that. It's quite warm, 61 degrees right now in Brooklyn, Queens 63, Staten Island 57, and upper 50s in the Bronx. Notice a little bit more cloud cover in the sky than compared to earlier this morning. We actually got the clouds to clear just enough to allow for a beautiful sunrise, but clouds now filtering right back in as we've got some showers on the horizon. We've got one batch of showers, very light to moderate, mainly just a nuisance pushing to the north, but you can see some additional rainfall here across Maryland, parts of Pennsylvania, Delaware. That'll be sliding to the north and east through the next couple of hours. So on and off showers today. It's not going to be widespread, but something to be aware of if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time. What we're waiting for is this storm system still off to the west. This is going to bring in perhaps a more widespread rain overnight when I think most of you are going to be sleeping. But I did want to draw your attention to this blue substance that we're seeing here on the radar. On the backside of this, we've got snow there across the Midwest Great Lakes thanks to much colder air behind us. 21 degrees right now in Sioux Falls, Kansas City 28, Chicago 32, and a piece of that air mass is headed in our direction. But first, we got to get rain. I mentioned we'll have scattered showers through the afternoon and evening, but a better chance for maybe some heavier rain overnight. Here's 1 o'clock in the morning. That swings through. We get some lingering showers, even rush hour Monday, and then things should clear out pretty quickly shortly thereafter, giving way to this cold blast. Feels like temperatures by Tuesday morning, low 20s in the city, teens to the north and west. By the afternoon, those feels like temperatures above the freezing mark. And even as we head into Wednesday morning, it's still going to be pretty cold, although from there, we do start to see those temperatures moderate a little bit through the second part of the week. So not too bad out there today, 60 degrees for the high. We hit our high of 51 on Monday, or in the 50s at Monday, very early, and then that cold air settles in. So yeah, it's time to take stock of the winter gear, the jackets, the coats, the scarves, all of it.
All right, Violet. So where did the other glove go? Where's the other glove?
That's the challenge.
All right, Violet.
You remember our friend Terry Mealy? She used to take pictures of like single gloves on the street. Yeah. A lot of people do that.
She had so many odd and eccentric
hobbies. She did, but they were fun, and it was a good one. She had the hundreds.
Well, speaking of fun, comedian Nikki Glaser made her hosting debut on Saturday Night Live last night.
Yeah, the show started with President Trump's reaction to the election.
Can't believe they elected Mom Donnie. We like to say, Mom Donnie. You know, I'm torn because I like a winner, but I'm not crazy about a Muslim. Maybe he'll convert, right? We'll put him in line behind Ursula Vance, and I hope I'm pronouncing that wrong.
Nikki Glaser said hosting SNL was a dream come true for her. And one of the skits featured people who were stuck on a plane because of the government shutdown. SNL alum Pete Davidson dropped by, weekend update, and he had a message for New Yorkers.
So anyway, we just had an election, and if you don't mind, I have a message for everyone who did not vote for our new mayor. Hey, Staten Islanders! Did you promise to move out of New York, Mom Donnie? Many warrants in New Jersey and not enough guns for Florida? Well, welcome to New Staten Island. It'll have everything that makes Staten Island great. The pizza.
Pete trying his best to get somebody on board that ferry boat he bought.
And he is from Staten Island. I mean, the records show he's a proud son of Staten Island.
Yes. He's got rights. He's got good. That's the musical guest Somber, who was just nominated for Best New Artist for the 2026 Grammy Awards. And you can watch last night's episode on Peacock today. By the way, next week, Glenn Powell will host the musical guest Olivia Dean.
Encourage New York, giving no shortage of material to the nation here. Still ahead on this Sunday morning, the Islanders hand the Rangers yet another home loss.
Yeah, we'll have highlights, if that's what you want to call them, from that game as the Blue Shirts continue their centennial celebration. You're watching Weekend Today in New York.
What's up?
Hi.
Huh? Appreciate you. Huh? Thank you, beloved, my queen. Hot wet mouth, what up? Everybody chill. Big business today. Big Nouveau 420. What's up, baby? We just moving around. You should do that pose on the post. I'm gonna do my best when I find a guy to do the fourth photo for the portrait. Yeah, I'm gonna have to ask. No doubt. You feel me? No doubt. You know what I mean? Be in the back. Trying to look good for the snacks out there. No doubt. I see you. Can't get it past us, baby. Can't get past us. You might get past them, but you can't get past us, man. Can't get past us, man. You heard? Still playing around with people's photos, of classic photos, and you ain't got no photos of you. That's why I don't like dealing with these guys. They'll troll you and find you. When you try to look for them, they know where to be found, you heard? They just out there taking your pictures, making the thumbnails and shit. It's corny. Gotta get a life, buddy. Put your picture up there. I know I look good, but use your photo. You finding old photos when I was in Long Island, Hood Hamptons. Still corny, Slasher. Still corny, son. Your mother should have really swallowed you in the automated way, son. For real. You should have been swallowed, man, by your mama. Because you sad. You sad. See why your mother abandoned you, man. Yeah, every day you try to sneak in with a new photo of me with my wife, ex-wife, brother. His name was Charlie. Niggas is corny. Yeah, he's pathetic. We just time him out. That's all. Put his ass right on time out. He's a low-life bum. Yeah, he's still doing that dumb shit.
Nothing on the power play with his 11th goal.
Islanders in the Rangers.
That ties him for the NHL lead. 33 saves for Ilya Sorokin, and the Islanders stun the Rangers 5-0. The final.
I love it.
At the Rock, Devils and Penguins jockeying for first place in the Metropolitan. This one was tied at 1 through overtime. We'd need the shootout.
Yep.
And we need to check out this move by Jesper Bratt again. Look at him as he goes right, and then Deeks left for the tally. Devils score the first 2 in the shootout, and Jake Allen will handle it from there. He saved 33 of 34 shots.
So if you want to know why hockey is so beautiful, you have to go look up Milton Stanley. That's it. You'll know why hockey was invented. You'll know why they love Lord Stanley, the Stanley Cup. Go look it up. Okay? There was a beautiful black brother by the name of Milton Stanley who used to hit that ice puck in Canada. That's why Canada is all right. She's America's sister. She didn't have no partakes in dealing with all the rest of the state. That's why no hurricanes bother her. You know what I'm saying? It's just cold, but there's no hurricanes because they didn't want the blood of slavery on their hands. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to be something else. You know what I mean? So Canada became a good situation until the situation became the situation. They created hockey. Milton Stanley. That's why you got the Lord Stanley. That's why you got the Stanley Cup. But they forgot to tell you that. Thanks to Dick Gregory for reminding me what it was. We ain't preaching it, but we're going to slide it in how we slide it in because that's how we work it. But, yeah, man. Canada was a good situation, man. Huh? Huh? My thing is on the floor. Huh? I do my best from time to time, don't we? But they trying to make it look like we in a cybercrime or something, man. Crazy. You know what I mean? They're trying to overwork us. What's going on? Okay, Max B got released. You heard? Max B got released from jail today. Cool. You heard? What happened to Jomo?
Go home, so you can be safe. You ain't jumping nobody else. Get the fuck out of here, Warriors. Go. Yeah. Go. Go. She looks like that's fucked up. That's fucked up. We just friends at it. You know what this doing? So we gonna hold you down. Where you gotta go? Where you go? Oh, there's your people? Yeah, you can't run up on places like that, son. We've been in the yard before. You ain't been there before. So respect. My name is Man Through Warrior, and that's Bad Vibe. We're really about that shit. We ain't frontin'. We from Brooklyn. We here. Anything happen to us, happens to everybody else. You alright, baby girl? All you need is four. We got protection here. Man, you the Bad Vibe on deck. And we with this shit. If you try to hurt me, I'm gonna hurt you first.
You said, bro.
I ain't here to get hurt by nobody. I'm gonna hurt you. Where your brother at? Call him right now. Stay right here and call him for me. Calm down. You got a phone?
No, I fell midway.
Where your phone at? Where your phone?
He's looking for my brother because he fell down midway. I was trying to
Get That's how they skid these little niggas. They need daddies in their life. So what happened, man? They good. We just had to break this shit up and get these kids in order because they ain't got no fucking fathers in their fucking life. They need some fathers in their fucking life to give us some direction. I ain't had to put my hands on nobody, but everything is good and everybody's safe. All right? That's all we do. We need to bring safety like a daddy's supposed to do. That's what big brother's supposed to do. That's for sure. All right, baby girl. Call your people. You never asked. What's up, Tattoo? It's my motherfucking brother right here and shit. Yeah, we outside. You got water for Man Through Warrior. You got water Bad Vibes on that. Oh, you got water for right in Bad Vibes. What's the deal, man? What's going on here, man? What's happening here? Yeah. Bring me one too, bro. Yeah, he gonna get me too. We're gonna give you some water right here. With your toes up. You want to go and save your home. This fuck ass nigga, you playing fucking game. Oh, baby girl. I didn't. What I came out with, I didn't walk in there and get that. I went in there like that. I'm the oldest of 13, bro. I'm the big brother and the big cousin. When they say I'm gonna get my big brother, go get my big cousin, I can't go to the block and get whipped. If I know I can't beat you, I bring my dog, my weapon, or my friends. I'm the hero in the fucking story. I'm trying to say fuck with you, nigga. This is how we do it. What block we on, blood? 144, man. Block we on, blood. 144 and what, blood? 144 between Broadway and Amsterdam. That's what I'm trying to fucking tell these niggas.
144 between Broadway and Amsterdam.
Jimmy, don't come on this block. I'm trying to tell you.
Jimmy, don't go on that block, boy. Don't go on that block, Jimmy. You heard?
One of my worst, ugliest is...
Huh?
One of my worst, ugliest experiences when I was in Southport Box. Matter of fact, I was down there with Todd Guns and my boy Detroit and Mino from Coney Island. Shout out, I don't even know if he's still alive. One of my worst experiences was when Southport, they put Fleet inside our food, right? Fleet is like this liquid laxative. It look like 7-Up. It tastes a little bit of salty, and but it's clear. And what the police would do in our food, they would pour the shit in like the vegetables or inside the gravy. So everybody would eat the shit, and it took us a little while to realize that. And while we were eating, we all going to the bathroom. The police would put more and more every doses into the shit. We had to be hospitalized behind that shit there. Motherfuckers literally shitting out their fucking guts. And that shit was bad. The police was poisonous down there in Southport Block and D Block. That was one of my worst experiences. That was worse than the coma that they put me in Attica. I'd rather the coma, at least I ain't feel shit. But that poisonous shit, that shit is horrible. It was like having food poisoning every day for over a week. Shit was horrible. Worst experience ever. When you go upstate, you dealing with straight with the KKK, Ku Klux Klan, ain't no doubt about it. That's straight up. They not in the South, way in Alabama, tucked away in Tennessee, some motherfucker way. They right up here, upstate New York. All of upstate New York is all KKK. Those are all red counties. Not that I'm pro-blue county neither with these Democrats, because they ain't to be trusted neither. Can't trust none of these motherfucking politicians. They're all funny style. However, when you go up north, them crackers up there is straight KKK, man. You want to experience some Ku Klux Klan because there's no accountability. Now it is because of Robert Brooks. They can't be doing what they did before because now they know the streets is coming for their ass. The police going to jail when they touch one of us. But back in the days, yeah, we was doing a straight Ku Klux Klan experience, man. There was no other way about it. Yeah, I got called a nigga a bunch of times. That's why every word shit my mama was cracking back then. The saddest moment. The hardest one was when I lost my mom's a year before I went to the parole board. That was because she stayed alive all the way to the year that I could have made the board and go home. You know what I'm saying? That was 32 years in prison. But she stayed alive and held on to the very last minute. So, yeah, that was a tough loss for me. I lost a bunch of family members, grandparents. I lost one sibling, a bunch of elders in my family. But the one that hurt the most was Mama Duke. Yeah, my mom believed I was going to be free, but she died before she actually see me free. That's why I was so hard out here to be so successful for my community and take my community to me on my rise to success. Because I'm doing it for my moms, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I put her through hell. So I wanted to see so I could do some type of good, ma. You know what I'm saying? So I go harder to pay for Mama Duke. Salute to Mama Duke. Tomahawk salute.
Right. And that's the real stand-up people who we talking about now. We're talking about mama, brothers, sisters, wives, aunts, uncles, all those that stood up by us are the real stand-up people. Us being in prison ain't nothing stand-up about that shit. We was a bunch of sit-down niggas. We was all sit down up in there. We was handicapped. We couldn't do for ourselves. Our family was coming through for us, making sure we was good. So salute and praise to all those who stood for us and stood up for us, all the wives, the sisters, the girlfriends,
the aunties, the mama dudes, the grandmothers.
They sent us them packages.
They gotta get their due too. We
That's right.
Front line.
And that held the families down while we was missing in action. You know what I'm saying? Thanks to the grandmothers, thanks to the mothers, thanks to the sisters, thanks to the daughters, thanks to the aunties, thanks to all the women in our community that held our children down, even though I ain't got none, but they held them down, we was down, while all the uncles and the fathers and them was MIA. So thank you. I give you a big salute for that. Salute.
This is why we do it. You know what I'm saying? Huh? This is why we do the work, man. Mm-hmm.
Let's make the new trend and see who can grow the oldest. That's the biggest OG.
That's right. That's the move. Let's do that challenge. Let's see who can grow old challenge.
Let's see who can grow old challenge.
Grow old challenge.
Right.
That's a fact.
Grow old challenge.
Do that. Grow old challenge.
Grow old challenge.
Yeah, who can stay alive the longest?
I like that.
Let's see who can grow old.
Grow old child. Right.
That's a fact.
Grow old child.
Old
That's
child.
it.
Do that.
Yeah,
grow
get
old
that.
child. You
The grow old challenge. I like
new
that.
trend and see who can grow the oldest. That's the biggest OG. That's right. That's the move.
Let's
do that challenge.
Let's do that.
Let's see who can grow old child.
The grow old child.
Grow old child.
Right.
That's a fact.
Grow old
Grow
child.
old
That's
child.
it.
Do that. Grow old challenge. You can stay alive challenge.
Yeah, who can stay alive the longest? Let's see who can stay alive the longest.
Let's see who can stay alive the longest. Yeah, that's what the fuck. I challenge you that. Let's see who can stay alive
We call
and grow the
it
oldest.
survival challenge. Let's do a survival challenge.
Survival challenge.
That's right. Let's see who can. I would like start lifing. Let's see who can survive that shit. And you know who's gonna survive that shit? This motherfucker.
10 toes down. You know the vibes and man do. We out here.
Hamp Doom down. You know the vibes again.
Harlem, ain't no Harlem. Brooklyn ain't number love, man.
Mad love to Harlem, man.
Mad love. I like this champ. What's his name? Name is Mandu Warrior. All right, he came out the trenches. Yeah. I like new YouTubers that come out the trenches like that.
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Huh? Huh? That Slash in the building with a page with my face on it. That's Sissy Dead Side. This is for him.
They gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Huh? I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything over here is real.
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some.
Huh?
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real.
I ain't got nothing to. You hear what he's saying?
So they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying.
I got sucker repellents to show a sucker that everything I'm saying is real. Keep playing, boy.
About her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything over here real.
My sisters trying to find.
Huh?
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Huh? I like that.
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Huh? Huh?
Answer, they gon' say I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker, I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker, I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Huh? I'm just working these last
So they
4
gon' say
minutes.
I'm on some other shit. She talking about her hair. I'm burying my mother, bitch. I'm consoling my sisters. Trying to find a lane to get my brothers rich. And you out in the street trying to pull me into some sucker shit. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real. I ain't playing with a sucker. I got sucker repellent to show a sucker nigga everything that I'm saying is real.
I'm over here trying to show a sucker everything is real.
Check this out. Let me introduce the guys, man. And without a doubt, man, respect it, man. I'm here with the guy, Mr. Man Do Himself, Mr. Bad Vibes himself, man. I'm gonna clear up the record for a lot of things, man, make them understood so that y'all that's actually watching, man, y'all can stop getting this misconstrued that they out here on some angry rant or some hater shit. None of that. Both of them are grown. I knew them since I was kids, and look at them right now, grown, got their own life. They not the older bum ass homies standing on corners. So I'm saying that I put a vouch on that. So really, what's going on right now? They wanted to do some miseducation of Jomo thing, and you know there's a lot of miseducation. So I'm gonna give it to you from my perspective and their perspective, right? The history that I know for a fact is that Jomo, Jim Jones, was brought home by Chill. Most people in that area was. Now I'll come up with the Ben Rocks, the Trav Ices, the Kids Coops, the Rest in Peace Chi-Chis, I come up with all of them, right? So so all of them, BRs, all that. So they fall up under that line with Chill. Chill went bad, but everybody that knew Chill as being Man Dude's little brother. So it's unmistakable for anybody from Harlem, Brooklyn, if you was running around really in that mix, to not know that. You know what I'm saying? All of this started because of the Hocus Drop Your Flag challenge.
Shout out to Hocus.
Shout out to Hocus.
Look, man, we with you, brother.
Hocus, put a Drop Your Flag challenge out. There was a few whispers. The only reason he did it was because he was going through a case. Whether he was going through a case or not, it was a good idea. Let's say that. It was a good idea. Why I say it's a good idea personally, because if this is not for you, go on about your life. And this is not for a lot of people. This shit is not for a lot of people. Some people don't have the makeup for that, so it's just a lot of people in the way and confusing the motive of what this was for. This was about fighting an oppressive situation that started in prison. These men that's in front of me that started in prison, this was never supposed to make it to the streets.
Never supposed to make it to the streets.
Was fighting a prison war.
That's the way it looked.
And to the point where when one of the guys that's in front of me, man, Duke said, yo, this was for prison and never supposed to make it to the street. My question to him as a young, I said, so what, everybody in that shit was supposed to have life? Because if not that, somebody was gonna make it.
He can't even tie.
His way out, but nobody's seen it grow.
Don't even pay him no mind. He can't even tie. He can't even get his mind right. He don't know if it's a bow tie or a tie. When we was working for Bo King and bow tie, he don't know nothing. Like I say, he wasn't around. It's a young situation. He need help. He does. Like I said, his mother should have swallowed him in an automated way. That's a fact. Some of these guys' mothers should have did that. They probably wouldn't be here today. They'd probably be swimming in doodle land somewhere, you heard? Straight up. This been 3 hours worth of that work right here. This is how I came in, man. 10:18, man. It's from 7:18 to 10:18, man. That's 3 hours worth of work. That's all it says, man. We're going to let it call you over. They like to lie. YouTube like to lie on you. So I got to call you this over, man. They think they slick. I ain't gonna let them steal my 3 hours. Okay, it's said it. Yo, salute to all those that came in attendance. Dealing with that business. Sure, tie time. Yeah.